Good afternoon. Welcome to the Toon Review. I have no intro music this week due to errors on in the StreamYard. But we're here live for the Newcastle United versus Brentford game. We'll take some comments before we look at the lineups. Also, if you're new to the channel, please give us a like. If you're not new to the channel, even anyone watching, hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up, and that'll push up the YouTube algorithm for like-minded fans of football and Newcastle United in general. And also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so. You'll be able to watch all of our content as being a subscriber of the Toon Review channel. Also, memberships are available. So if you click on the join button, you can become a member of the Toon Review family. And super chats are also available by hitting the dollar sign and contributing whatever you like. We'll put the teams up first because the Newcastle United team is as follows. It's an unchanged lineup. Never change a winning team is the mantra here. Pope in goal, back four, Trippier, Shaw, Botman and Byrne, with Trippier, the captain, obviously. Excuse me. Longstaff sitting as a six behind Bruno and Joe Willock, and the front three of Miggy, Jacob Murphy maintaining his place on the left-hand side, and Callum Wilson, and Murphy maintaining his place despite the return to the bench of Alan St. Maximan. Also, Joe Linton's on the bench back again. Well, he was last week, but he wasn't brought on. So it's an unchanged lineup, and after a 4-1 victory away from home, who can blame Eddie Howe for that? And the Brentford lineup is as follow. They play a three at the back system with wing backs. It's Raya, Aaron Hickey as the left wing back, right wing back, I believe he is. May and Pinnock in the middle, and Rico Henry, who scored at St James's last year, as left wing back. Midfield of Baptiste, Jensen, De Silva, and Burmu behind the captain, former Newcastle United player, of course, Ivan Toney. So that's their lineup. They're coming to spoil a party, but it will be a party today at St James's Park, I'm sure. We'll take the comments from the start. We'll see who's around and who was here early, nice and early. Always first on the mark in the watch-along games is Tom Lynch. He's at St James's Park, and it's very sunny there, apparently. Good afternoon to Tom. Ian says, looking at the team, all I can say is in Eddie we trust. Of course. Why would we ever doubt Eddie? You know, we did this last week. Ian says hi to Tom. Steve Martin's here. Hello all. Unchanged from Fulham thoughts. It's just a case of never changing the winning team. And I believe Eddie believes he can send that side out to get the 3 points today. I'm going to put a light on because I'm a bit dark, aren't I? There we go. And Steve saying 3-1. He thinks. Ian thinks 3-0. And Steve also says, decent bench for once. Game changers there for sure. Indeed, it's a very strong bench, like it was last week. Of course, this week everyone's fit and well. No illness this week. So we're nearly at full strength. Just waiting for Isaac and Shalvey to join the squad. And then we're back at full strength. Shane from Australia, congratulations on winning the shirt Thursday night, Shane. I'm not even mad about the lineup. Bring Maxi on late, of course, Havoc. Yeah, that was my thoughts. I didn't think he'd start today. Not match fit. Ian says, hopefully the game will be well won by the time they come on. Matthew says, Botman and Tom score 12-1 today's the day. Well, Matthew, get your money on them. On that could be a winner today. He's going to score sooner or later because he's getting closer and closer and closer. Goldington thinks he's got a 0-0 written all over it. Another. I think we've never won this season, haven't we? 2. Brighton as well. Yeah. Charles in the house. Hi, Charles. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Peter's here. Good afternoon, everyone. Looking forward to another good showing from the boys, absolutely. And our moderator is here. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Please be respectful. No all caps, no duplications, and no spoilers. Enjoy the show and away the lads. And I echo all those sentiments in spades. Well done, Rach. And Charles is saying hello to her. Here we have Bradley Gardner. Hello, lads and lassies. Here we go. Cans are flowing. Enjoy the game, everyone. Enjoy away the lads. No cans for me today. No wine today. Had a bit of a headache earlier. Yes, indeed. But it went with a nice bacon sandwich, so that's good. James is here. Hello, mods and everyone. What's everyone's opinion on the team lineup? Well, I think everyone's kind of not saying anything because it's a winning side, and you don't change winning sides. It's it's fantastic. Why we're linked with Luke Shaw makes us. I didn't know we were Charles. It makes no sense to me either. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Everyone, Jock's here saying afternoon to all. I keep getting this alarm on the phone. I can't get rid of it, and it's telling me that Newcastle are playing in 24 minutes. I know. So we've got to try and get rid of that. It's ridiculous. Sorry about this. There you go. Not that it matters. Anyway, afternoon says Jock. This is a XBL Junior FR says hi. Hi to you, XBL Junior FR. Samsonite's here. Hello, mate. Lots of people in here. Nigel's here also, and I've got to say thanks to Nigel. He set me up with a new way of watching the game. Credit to him. Lots of thanks to him. And it'll be a different setup today. Instead of doing that, I should be doing this. But because I'll be watching it on my laptop, there'll be less comments to go through during the half. Obviously, at half time, I should be going through the comments as and when it happens. Samsonite Dove says we've got Danish Magpies in the car today. That's fantastic. Let's hope they'll be blowing out the Danish team. Absolutely. Brentford are very Danish orientated, aren't they? Despite losing Christian Eriksen to the fellows up the road, down the road from Newcastle, obviously. But they've still got a base of Danish players, and Damsgaard's been dropped today to the bench, which I find very strange. He's a fantastic player. A fantastic player. Mark's here. Hello, Mark. Edward's here in Japan. Hello in Japan. I hope you're well. Hot Mustard's here. I know we won with this line last week, but still, oof. Noid says, ASM and Big Joe on the bench. No worries on the sub side today. Annie's in the house also. Matt Phillips at right wing back then, Billy. Is he on right wing back today? Is he? What a surprise. Let's go Newcastle, says Geordie Globetrotter. Absolutely. Let's have a go at these today. Peter says, afternoon, Billy, mate. Loved the emotion show last night. Cheers, mate. It was all heartfelt. That montage Paul put together with Francisco's help was absolutely superb, and it is available to watch as a standalone on the YouTube on the channel. So if you fancy watching that at any time, go and do it. It's a fantastic bit of work by the people that made it. Paul, Susan, Francisco, superb. Really is great. Sam's not saying hello to Charles. Rachel says, how's the head? It's okay now. It was a bit iffy earlier. But you kind of take the pain with a bit of celebration, don't you? So it's all good. Billy Ace is here. Come on the Toon. He says, Nathan Stapleton's in the house. Brentford playing without wingers. Tripp's going to have a field day. The wing backs do get forward, though, and they're both rather speedy, aren't they? Enrico Henry scored against last year, and Aaron Hickey is a fantastic prospect who's playing really well in the Premiership. So now I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure they're going to get as forward as maybe you think, but Trips always finds a way, doesn't he? Let's be perfectly honest about that. Vortex is here. Afternoon, everyone. Let's go. Big win today to celebrate the 1 year takeover. Hey, Billy. Hi, Vortex. Hope you're well, mate. Mark, Danny Dawson in the house. Hey, Billy. Really looking forward to this. Way the lads 3-1. Charles says, still don't like having Murphy on, to be honest. Ian says, Billy's looking cool. Must have been good red wine. I had a bottle of Chianti followed by a bottle of, what's the second one? I can't remember. That was on the stream, I mean. Can't remember what the second one was. That's how bad it was. Dan Head says, Longstaff's getting a brace today. Let's hope so. Daniil's here. Hi, Daniil. Hope you're well, mate. Hi, Billy and Chatters. Bench looks good. It does. Looks fantastic. Andrew Kelly. Away the lads. Toon. Buller Boy 22. Good afternoon, everyone. And away the lads from Daniil. Colin Morton is here. 3-1, he thinks. Away the lads. Bradley's saying Black and White Army. Stu's in the house. Afternoon, Billy and all in the chat. Away the lads. All of us waiting a nice performance and a celebration, of course, of the 1 year kind of. I know it's yesterday, but first game since the 1 year anniversary, and I think War Flags have got things lined up for something special happening in the Gallowgate today. Matt's here down in Australia. Hello, Billy and everyone. Another late night here. Yeah, it's worse, isn't it? You're on daylight savings now, so you're an hour later. But that'll go back to normal in a few weeks when we get our clocks, whether they go back or forward, whichever way. We get an extra hour in bed anyway. Peter Griffin, how wrong we were about this lineup last week? Eddie Howe knows what he's doing. Bench looks much stronger with matching now. Away the lads, absolutely. Charles saying hello to Stu. Damien Ingram's here. Oh, Bruno's flipping magic. He wears a magic hat. He could have signed for Arsenal. He said, no, flip that. He wants to play for Eddie in our famous black and white, etc., etc., etc. Rachel saying hello to Stu. Ken Mully Smith's here. Hi, Ken. 2-1 a tight affair. Could well be. Afternoon, Rachel says Stu to Charles and Daniil also. And Trolls is good. That's fantastic news. Optimal Forager over there in Japan. Hello, mate. I hope you're well. Geordie's great. Hi, Billy, you legend. 3-1 to the Toon. Mansour's here also. Afternoon, Billy. Hope you well. It'll be a tough game today, but we will win 3-2. That'll be a good game to call. Damien thinks we'll win 3-0. I'll just get myself comfortable. Barbara's in the house. Hi, Barbara. I hope you're well. She's looking forward to the exciting commentary. Pete Hemsley's here. In Eddie We Trust, come on the Toon. And Wes Fullerton's also here. Go on, Billy lad. How are the lads? Kendo says it's going to be a tight, cagey game, 10-0 to the Toon. That'd be fantastic. A goal averaging every 9 minutes. I could do that. That'd be brilliant. On some healthy stuff today. Fizzy blackberry and raspberry water. Very refreshing it is too. Much better than that grape juice I was drinking last night. Yes, Geordie Robson. Good afternoon, Billy. Hope you're well. I am indeed. I think we'll win 3-0. I hope we do, mate. Paul 2-1 to Miggy Wilson and Miggy. Away, lads. Can't wait to see the Water Flags display. Now, it's going to be something special, that is. With 18 minutes from kick-off. We'll have a look at the stream in 5 minutes or so. Jock's going 3-1. Botman golf, McCorner, Trippier free kick, and Miggy. And Dean Briggs is here. 3-0 all day. Much love from Northumberland. Billy lad. Cheers, Dean. Back at you, matey. To all you folks up there in Northumberland. And Damon is giving us the black and white emojis there. Les thinks 4-1. Wilson Almond with 2 apiece. And I'll buy that, definitely. How's the Bacon says 1-0. Bruno goal. Martin's here. I hope you're well, Martin. Afternoon, he says. Andrew's here also. I read all he's saying. Rich Baxter's also here. I don't think we can argue with the team now. It also makes our bench look amazing. So if things aren't going right, bring on the big boys. Absolutely. Norvik's here. Hi, Rachel. Trolls, Billy. Looking forward to the cracker. Still going 4-1. James Matthews. Photography all right. Everyone have a great screen. Billy-O. Do we have any guesses as to what the war flag display in the Gallowgate is today? It's going to be interesting to see, isn't it? I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'll be honest. I really am. Ryan's here, all the way from Canada. How man? He says, hope you're well, Ryan. Edward says, Botman and Willock both deserve to score. Stu wants his team sheet up. Yes, indeed, mate. Let's do it now for you. I'll put both team sheets up. Here's our team sheet. As I say, unchanged from last week. Pope in goal, obviously, Captain Kieran at right back. Dan Burn maintains left back position with Sven, Botman, Fabian Scher in the middle. Longstaff playing behind Bruno and Willock, and Almiron, Murphy and Wilson as a front three. The bench is interesting. Return to the match day squad of Alison Maximan. A very strong looking bench there. Carrius as a reserve goalkeeper. Jamal Lascelles, Jamal Lewis, Matt Target, Fraser, Joe Linton, Elliot Anderson, St Maximan, and Chris Wood. And the Brentford lineup, if you're interested to see, also it's a back three with wing backs: Raya Hickey, I am me, Pinnock, Henry, Baptiste, Jensen, De Silva, and Burmu in behind their captain, and the former Magpie, Ivan Toney. So that's where we were there. Let me look at the... where do we get to? There we go, there. Harp Singh, afternoon, Billy and the gang. Thoughts on Murphy starting? I think he did enough last week, and Alan isn't quite match fit yet, is he? I guess we'll get half an hour today to get him all ready and hunky-dory for the game next week, which will be an interesting trip to Old Trafford, I believe. Troll says hello to Norvik. Jock says, I saw Luke Shaw's name mentioned by most of the papers, but paper talk as usual. Yeah, I don't think we need a left back, do we? We've got, if you count Paul, them at 4 and a 25 as it is, and I don't think Luke Shaw enhances that position at all. I don't think left back's a position we'll be looking for in January in any way, shape, or form. Super Gumby's here. Hello, mate. Hello to everyone. Here's to a great game. Stu with the daily comment. Annie, are you okay? Love it. Ryan takes no notice in links. Absolutely not. Peter Hughes, evening Billy from Indonesia. 4-1 to the Toon. The lads will be up for it today to thank the owners. 100%. I agree with that. They will be up for it. Absolutely. Charles saying hello to Ryan. Tony Dalton's here. Hi guys, looking forward to this game. Indeed, we all are. It's great to look forward to games again, isn't it? It's something a year ago that didn't happen. Daniel Kane says not happy with Murphy playing. Sorry, I know he played well last week. 10 men Brentford won't against 10 men. Brentford won't fear him. A nice couple of kisses at the end of that. Ryan says hello to Trolls. Jock says, I am Ryan. I never believe them now. Absolutely. Tony Hunter says, I thought Murphy played okay last week, to be honest, and better to ease Maxi in. Yes, I agree. Ian Skinner, afternoon, Billy. Hope you're in good fettle. Here's hoping for a right for an afternoon. It will be. Peace Frog, we gifted them 3 goals last season, 3-0 today. 100%. Spiders here. Hello, everyone from South Africa. Come on the Toon, 2-1 win. Ryan saying hello to Stu. Samsonite says Damsgaard's still being nursed back after his misdiagnosis and gangrene developing in his knee after surgery. Wow. Interesting. That's a strange kind of ailment to have as a footballer. Why are you out? I've got gangrene in my knee. Gordon Bennett. Hell of a player, though. Hell of a player. Rachel saying hello to a fellow mod Ryan. Robert Lee's here. I wonder if it's the Robert Lee. Hi, Robert. If it is you, and if it's not you, if you're just another Robert Lee, hello, Robert. Afternoon, everyone. 5-0. Come on. Julie J. Hi, Billy, you legend. Hi, everyone. Still sticking to my 4-2 prediction. Hope you are, Julie. Everyone saying hello to each other again. Abdul Rossi, 2-0 for Toon. From the Toon, Indonesia. We'll take some of that. Ryan would have played St. Maximan for 60, 70 minutes today. Retro Andy says, you had me howling last night, Billy. I hope you're doing good. I'm okay, yeah. I'm a lot better than I was 3 or 4 hours ago. It was a bit rough around the edges then, but I'm fine now, which is good. John Morton thinks 2-1 Newcastle. I hope you well, John. Carl, a fellow Coventrian, says afternoon to everyone. Retro Andy says also decent team selection and bench is very strong. KBN UFC 73. Good afternoon, Billy. I'm ready for another magnificent commentary from your good self. As always, my good friend from Belfast. Top of the afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're well. Tony Dalton, a bottle of Chianti followed by something. I can't remember what the second bottle is. I'll have to go and look at me blue bin and find out. Daniel says Chianti, no liver, no fava beans, just Chianti and another bottle of red wine after. And I can't think what it was for the life of me. Only a brace. Longstaff's getting a hat-trick, says Jonathan. Hope you're well. Stu thinks 3-0. Pedro's here. Hope you're well, Pedro. Afternoon, Billy. Surprised at the lineup. Hey, it is what it is. Come on, the Toon Army. Royce, Chris B, Eddie Howe, hat-trick. Yano's here. Hope you're well, Yano. Positivity cult, says Rachel. Nigel B, going to be a game of 2 halves. Let's hope VR doesn't get involved. But I'm saying 1-0 first half, final score 5-1 to the Toon. I'm going to clip into that now and have a look. Nothing on us yet, but we will get there. It's all good. We've still got 10 minutes to go, so I'm looking forward to seeing the war flags thing. Ian says I'm on white wine. I'm told it balances out the red. Or you could just cut the middleman out and just have rosé, couldn't you? Yeah. Samantha Irwin's in the house. 5-0 to the Toon, she says, and I hope she's right. Goat Father, hello, Billy. Hope you're in good spirits and no, I'm not drunk now. Not in the slightest. God, didn't I say some crap last night? Gordon Bennett. Although, having said that, that's part of the course, really. I mean, I don't know if anyone could tell if I was, mortal or not, really. Which is a sad indictment on my usual state, really. But it is what it is. It's all in celebratory, all in good humour. We had a great stream. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And as I say, Paul's montage was fantastic. Up the A1 afternoon, Billy 3-1 at Wilson, Miggin, Bruno. That'd be great. The positivity call is answered. Yano and Rachel. And Stu saying hello to Yano. Sports commentaries, Arit. Yep, we're all good. James says, just remember Big Joe loves a goal against Sea. He's off the bench to grab a screamer. Let's hope so. Les is here. Afternoon all. Hi, Les. Hope you're well. Andrew says, hello to all these people. I'm not going to say them all, but you can read them. Basically, a lot of the people that are in the chat and regulars on this fantastic channel of ours. Yano says, Stu, you handsome bastard. Hope your prediction is right. I would love a 3-0. I think we all would. At the game today, you mate. I hope you enjoy it. It's a nice day out there as well. So, yep, I hope you enjoy it. I need to get over here and put this on mute, which we are, which is good. Andrew's usual prediction is 400 to 1 today. Worth a quid of anyone's money, I guess. 100%. Everyone's saying hello to you again. Roachy's here. Afternoon. Looking forward to this one. Lots of hellos to each other. Nigel's Elliot Anderson scored today. Bruno assists with Elliot on for Willock or Longstaff. Yes. On the volley. Hi, Billy. All the best from Rome. We're worldwide today. We've got South Africa. We've got Japan, Indonesia, and now Italy. Fantastic. Looking forward to this. 3-1 to the Toon. How are the lads? Ramesh Luviz, Rana. Thanks, Billy, for keeping us up to date with the live commentary in Newcastle Twin 2-0. No problem, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed doing it. And the queen of the channel is here, Danielle. How are you, sweetheart? Afternoon, Billy, brother. Afternoon to you, Danielle. I hope you're going to enjoy the watch along. And Rachel saying hello to you also. Norvik says, anyone else lost picture and sound? Still got the chat. I'm not sure about that. I'm on the screen here. Everything's good. Afternoon, Billy. Look forward to this game. Brian over there in America, I believe. Good morning, Billy and all. Andrew saying hello to Danielle. Of course, he's the Newcastle ambassador for her game too, which is a fantastic organisation. Rachel saying sound and vision is great for her. 2-1 to the Toon, says Brian. Happy anniversary thrashing of Brentford will be class today. Let's have a quick look and see if we've got any pictures. It looks like we have. And let's see what we can see here. No, there's a banner going across. Well, they didn't show it, but there was a banner going across the bottom of the Gallowgate saying something about Talk Sport. But there's lots of flags in the crowd. Yeah, it's nothing as yet as way of banners or surfers, but I guess it's early. We'll come back to that. We'll do a few comments while we're doing this. Where do we get to? Roach saying 3-0, Wilson number 1, and Willock. The little fella's here. I hope you're hoping for a 3-0 to the Toon for his birthday today. Happy birthday to you, little fella. And yeah, I've said that a few times in the past, but not happy birthday. Rich says Eddie had a lot to say about Murphy in his press conference. He was okay last week, but he must be absolutely on fire in training. It can only be positive when Eddie backs players right off. Absolutely. Andrew says I gang green after 15 points. Do you now? Andrew says Rachel. Les giving us some news about Bournemouth. Foley has reached agreement to buy Bournemouth. So another American owner in the Premiership. Not sure how I feel about that. Andrew said only kidding, stop drinking. He didn't have 14 points at all. Ian says hope the subs get a good run out and not just 5 minutes. Waffy's here. Don't like the style on it, but I have faith in Eddie Howe. Yes, that's a fair comment. And thank you for the 1,000 yen super chat from Optimal Forager. Thinking 5-2 to Toon today. They score a few goals. Happy days. Cheers, mate. Very much appreciated. That's fantastic and generous contribution, mate. Danielle still going 5-1 balls to it. You stay with your optimism, darling. You know that's your trademark. Rachel's clapping Optimal for his fantastic gesture. Chianti and No Liver. Have you been on a date with Hannibal Lecter? No, absolutely not. But Billy, I'm the middleman. I don't want to be cut out. Well, you go. Fantastic. P-Lord Keith, last night was brilliant. Bill, very emotional and funny. Cheers, mate. Daniel says, Billy, you were epic last night. You are true joy to work with. And back at you. You know, you three and all the mods and people in the background. It's just a fantastic place to be, our channel. Everyone, I love all of you. It's just an epic place to be. I look forward to every single stream we do. It's magnificent. It really is. It's a real boost to the mental health. I've got to say. Nathan's going 3-0. Let's have a quick look here at what's going on at St James's. Lots and lots and lots of flags, black and white, whether there be crosses, whether there be there's horizontal stripes, vertical stripes, flags being waved by people around the ground, but not yet seeing any banners or surfers. But there's 5 minutes till kickoff. I guess they're waiting for the players to come out for that. We'll stick with this. Sorry if I'm ignoring comments at the minute, but we'll stick with this and see what comes of it, because I know War Flags have something special planned. And I think we're going to see. I mean, the flags are all around the ground. Even a few being waved in the John Hall stand, which is, you know, not often the case. But everyone seems to be in party atmosphere. And here's the surfer. Now on it, it's got. Now this is This is epic, absolutely epic. It's huge. It's a screenshot of the Sky Sports. Well, I don't know. It's kind of everything that's happened, but it says Sky Sports thing. Newcastle takeover completed. It's got a list of the players we've signed, and it's got off it again, so I can't say it. It's a massive surfer. Takeover completed. It's a fantastic thing to see. The referee, Mr. Brooks, is leading the two teams out now. Newcastle are, of course, in the famous black and white, and Brentford are playing in a very light blue top with dark blue shorts. Out they come, down the tunnel and onto this pitch at St James's Park. Yeah, and we'll see now as the teams come out if we can have a look at the Gallowgate and see if we can see anything else. Well, we're looking at the whole ground. All the flags are waving now. Yeah, I can't see there's a flag in the way. Leeds End is being shown. Kieran Trippier is currently on the screen. Lump to the throat job, this is. I mean, this is amazing. The atmosphere looks absolutely amazing. Yep. Ivan Toney. Well, that's Ethan Pinnock actually on the screen there, but the Brentford players must be looking at it and thinking, wow, this is a new experience for me. I came last year, obviously, after the takeover. Of course, Eddie Howe was down with COVID, so he wasn't on the pitch or on the sidelines. Just shook hands there with his opposite number, Thomas Frank. And they're showing this stuff in the wrong end. We'll do a few comments just before kick-off. We're 2 minutes away from kick-off. Where did I get to? Lots and lots of. I can't say that. Mua says, is Almon a secret striker? No, I think he'll burn the word right. Martin says, on the water today. I am indeed. Absolutely. 100%. Barbara, did you know if we went to the gate today, we could go top 4? Yes, we could. Fantastic if we can get in the top 4, wouldn't it? Geordie's great. Billy, you are so genuine. Loved your emotion for the Toon. Thanks, mate. It's all heartfelt. You know, it's in the blood. Can't help it. Lots of Wagner's here down there in Brazil. Good morning to you. Andrew Johnston is listening from Dan Burns Blythe, worldwide, as I say. 3-0 to the Toon. Wilson 2, Anderson off the bench. Again, lots of people saying Billy Boy 302, 2-1 to the Toon. He's saying James is saying Wilson's going to get a brace and Miggy also to score. Jock Bar switching the chat off at the start of the match so I don't get any spoilers. Yes, indeed. Okay, we can't show that comment. Advice for Norvik, try refreshing the page. I had the same problem. Billy says, good decision, Eddie. Same team with a strong bench in case it goes wrong first half. And then we also have Mike saying, hey, Billy, down there in New Zealand, hoping for a positive result and great performance. You're doing great work. As always, enjoy the game. And a Facebook user, whoever you may be. Oh, it's Steely Dan. Hi, Billy and Mods. 2-0 to Newcastle today and the full 3 points. Bruno Wilson to score away. The lads, they were banned in the day, weren't they, Steely Dan? Yeah. 3-0 to the Toon says, ideal. Joe Tan Wee Chai says, hi, Billy. 3-1. Greetings from Singapore. Well, we're global today, purely global. Took the comments off. It's 3 o'clock. I better get to the game, hadn't I? So we are about nearly ready to kick off. Ivan Toney has joined the match officials and Kieran Trippier for the pre-game photo. And the match officials are having a little huddle for some reason. Wow. I'm not sure who's on VAR today. Not a clue. But the Newcastle players are having a huddle also. This has become commonplace now. All the players together in a huddle. And they go to their positions. Newcastle are attacking the Leeses first half. Ivan Toney's meditating. And now he's crossed himself. So John Brooks is about to kick the game off. Obviously, if you are watching with me, I will tell you when the kickoff's about to start. It's not far away now. Brentford are to kick off, and they are kicking towards Gallowgate. And we're taking a knee today. We're taking a knee. A very brief taking of the knee. No, I don't think everyone did it. But we're off and running. And the ball goes straight back to David Raya in the Brentford goal, who long ball, looking for the head of Toney, who wins the ball in the air, cleared by Fabian Schär, nodded back to the Brentford defence. It's with Silva, Balearish, with a nice little bit of skill, but then plays it back to the left wing back, Rico Henry. A ball down the line. It's cut out there by Trippier. It's now with Miguel Moron. Ball inside for Callum Wilson. And back it goes there. And I have a bit of lag, which ain't good. So I'll come out of that and I'll come back in. Yeah, a bit of lag there, so we'll come out of that for a second. I'll have to look for it on my TV and see if we can find it on there. But that's I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. Let's go back, see if we've gone back in yet. No, nothing there. Right, okay. Yeah, this is not great. Sorry for the silence, folks, but I'm going to try and find another way. Which isn't good. This is a new way of watching the game, so and it's not working, but won't be long. We'll get it back, and we'll maybe have a look at half time, see what the score is. But at the minute, we're kind of no pictures yet again. Let's try one more time. Well, that isn't. Well, that's odd, very odd, because that's not even the game. Get lots of games at the minute, not the one I want to see. Might come back. We'll come back in a minute, but let's try and find it on here. Right, we have it on TV, so we'll cut out of this for a second, come back onto StreamYard. And I apologise, it's still 0-0 anyway. And on this, we're 3 minutes and 33 in. And Brentford are attacking, but that's cut out by Kieran Trippier. He's cleared down the pitch, looking for the win of Callum Wilson, finds him. Callum Wilson can't control it. It's nodded away from Ben Mee, and it's a throw to Newcastle on the right flank, which Miggy is looking to take quickly. In the end, he's going to leave it to Kieran Trippier. We're kind of 10 yards, 20 yards into the Brentford half. Cam was cut to Eddie Howe. Guimaraes plays it back for Botman. And now it's Dan Burn. He's going to go up down the line for Willock on the left-hand side. Nice ball for Murphy. He can play it inside for Burn. He's made a nice run forward. Didn't play it to him. He plays it behind the win of Joe Willock and straight out of play. Poor pass from Jacob Murphy, which ain't good. Not a great first touch there from Jacob Murphy, if indeed it is his first touch. 4 minutes 23 on the clock. No goals. And the throw's gone in looking for, it's with Burma at the minute. Ball down the line. That's a good ball, but Nick Pope can let it come into his area, and he picks up safely and balls it out to Fabian Schär, who approaches the centre circle wide of it, obviously on the right side. He's now almost in the Brentford half. Cuts inside the player, beats one player, and plays it inside of Bruno Guimaraes. He's pressurised by 2 straight away and plays it back to Sven Botman. Now Dan Burn on the left flank, and now down here to Jacob Murphy. Comes inside, plays it to Bruno. Bruno's looking for a pass over the top. That's a great ball from Miggy. Fantastic pass. Full width of the pitch. Miggy against Henry. Comes inside him. Comes inside him again. Looking for a shot chance. He just shoots distance. Great save, Raya. Great effort from Miggy Almiron. And a great save from David Raya. Superb from Miggy. Cut inside Rico. Beat him all ends up. Took a shot from 20 yards. It was destined for the top corner, but Raya stretched. It's a good goalkeeper, this lad. Just seeing it again now. Well, we're not going to see it because the corner's already been taken. It's now with Jacob Murphy. It's a good cross. Nodded behind from Pinnock for another corner. Yeah, great bit of skill from Miggy Almiron. He cut inside Rico Henry, blasted it with left foot from right of centre of the area, 20 yards out, but it's a great save from Raya. Another corner to Newcastle. Kieran Trippier's going to take this one. Nearly 6 minutes on the clock. It's going to be an in-swinger from Kieran Trippier. On the left-hand side, in it comes. It's a good one. Nodded away. It will be picked up by a Brentford player. And Boom, I believe it is. But he's going to lose that. And in fact, he throws it out for a throw into Newcastle. Indeed he does. A little bit of what's name there, but it's all good. I'm going to try and find this again, see if it works. No, it's not. Look about there. The ball's down the line, looking for the win of Wilson. Well shepherded there from Ben Mee. Back to Raya. Raya takes a touch and clears it. 6:36 on the clock. Dan Burn wins the ball in the air. Headed forward, but it's going to be picked up by Brentford, by Hickey, who hoofs it as high and wide as he can. Going to flick on here. It's with Burn on his right side for Brentford. Going up against Burn, but it's well blocked by Sven Botman, in fact. Got a little bit of delay again. I'm just going to go back into that and see if I can get it away. But Newcastle do come away now. Great ball there. What's Murphy's legs like? Not great. He's not going to beat Aaron Hickey in a race. And Aaron Hickey manages to slide the ball into touch for Newcastle throw-in, which is taken quickly. Ball's back here now with Joe Willock on the left-hand side. Inside from him. He's got a bit of space here, Bruno. Bruno comes inside. It's well defended. Longstaff manages to ferry the ball over to Kieran Trippier. He should come back to Bruno here. In fact, trips it over the top where Miggy has come inside. Now it's with Bruno again. Bruno looking for ball inside. Gets a little 1-2. Lots of defenders in the way here. So Newcastle are going to have to do well to get through this. And in fact, they don't. And the ball rolls out for a goal kick. I'm going to try and get back into this, see if this works. Might work, it might not. But yeah, we're going to see the shot from Miggy again now. Let's go for the top corner. It's a fantastic save from Raya. And I'm back on screen again, which is good. I've got 8:23 here, so I'm 23 seconds ahead on this stream. So we'll come out of that. We'll go back into this. There's a throw into Brentford. There's a player down injured. Bournemouth, Leicester have taken the lead at Bournemouth, by the way. A goal from Patson Daka. Baptiste was a player down injured. I don't know if he's getting a free kick for it or not, but he's up and running again. Quickly taken free kick. The ball's nodded away. It's with Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno plays it back to Dan Burns. Should be cleared quite easily. It does. Down the line it goes. Callum Wilson tries to chest it. Doesn't work. It's Jacob Murphy, actually. Now it's back with Dan Burn again. And it's an offside flag up, so it's a free kick to Newcastle United. Even Tony was offside. Played back to Sven Botman. He floats it over to Fabian Schär in the right centre-half position. Now it's with Kieran Trippier. Ball inside there for Longstaff, who's robbed there. Tony picks it up. Longstaff falls over. Now it's back with the midfield of Brentford. Little flick. There's an offside there. But Tony's through. Tony's finished, but I don't think it's going to be a goal because I think there's probably an offside there. It's Mbeumo who's finished. It looks like it's a goal, but the VAR will look at this. I'm sure there's an offside involved here. Sure there is. Brian Mbeumo scored. 10 minutes on the clock. The Brentford fans are celebrating madly, but there's definitely a bloke offside. There's got to be. VAR will look at this, I'm absolutely certain. Thomas Frank takes a sip from his bottle, but Brian Mbeumo thinks he scored. Now we're going to see if there's an offside here or not. Ivan Toney started. The ball came back. Silver's ball through. Oh, he might have just got back on side, you know. It's a good finish. Pope maybe should have saved it because it was straight at him. Oh, I'm not sure if he's offside or not. Oh, it's actually straight at Pope. He's got to save that. That's shocking goalkeeping. But let's see if VAR look at the offside, because there is a hint of it, without a doubt. There was a hint of offside here, so we're just going to have a look. But that's terrible goalkeeping. Straight at Pope. It's gone off his knee and into the net. Shocking goalkeeping. VAR are looking, so we can see if the offside or not. He's going to the screens here, so he's going to see what is offside. The two offside. He's having to see if he's interfering with play, but the ball goes through his legs. He's offside there. There's two offside, and when the ball comes through, he's letting the ball go through his legs. Fabian Schär's gone towards the man who's dummied it, who's offside. So he's obviously, he's interfering with play without any shadow of a doubt. And then Mbeumo finishes. But no, this has got to be disallowed. Got to be disallowed. He sent the referee over to the screen to look, and he's given the offside. So no goals. VAR came to the right decision there. And Mbeumo's not happy about this. But the player that was offside, and Tony's gone to the referee to complain, was interfering with play because the defender went to mark the man who dummied it, who was in an offside position. So unlucky Brentford. The goal that you thought you'd scored, you haven't. So it's back to 0-0 again. And Swansea lead Sunderland by a goal to 0, which is a shame. Anyway, Newcastle can clear it now. Still 0-0. Poor clearance that from Botman, I think it was. And Brentford pick it up. And they're coming into the game here, Brentford. Hickey's got it. Willock's back to defend. And Hickey turns back and goes back to Oya, who's fouled. Free kick to Brentford, just on the touchline, just in a half. But Brentford coming into the game more and more. Fouled by Murphy, who really hasn't impressed so far. In, but there we go. Just criminally brought them on. Criminally, but it was a foul. But free kick to Brentford, and they can put the big men in the box and try and get one in the area aerially. Lots of big men there, but we've got lots of big men to defend it. Quite a high line. We're defending on the edge of the centre semicircle of the penalty area. The D, in fact. So the ball comes in, it's floated in. Willock clears it. Not completely cleared. They can float it in again here. It's a good one in. Defended well. Bruno can clear it, and an up and under, as Eddie Waring would say. But Willock did great to control that, but can't get to the end of it. And Brentford kick it out of play. It's a throw into Newcastle United, which Kieran Trippier will take on the far side of the pitch from where we're looking. No goals with 13 and a half minutes in. Kieran Trippier. And Ivan Toney, again, is trying to referee the match. He's on the referee's case for something or other here. Ivan, you're not the referee, mate. All right, you've been called up to England squad. You don't go refereeing games. Give him the yellow card, ref. That'll stop him getting on your case. Simple as that. All right, he's the captain, but crikey, Riley. Unbelievable. Well, there's nothing there. Nothing there at all. They want a handball. Anyway, Brentford on the attack again. Bruno steps in and wins the ball fantastically and goes past 2 or 3, and he's marching towards the centre circle, looking for a ball through. He's overhit that by 20 yards, unfortunately, for the win of Callum Wilson, and the ball rolled into David Ray's arms. Long clearance from Brentford. This is the way they're going, long balls. It's with Mbeumo. looking for a cross in the middle of the far post. It's headed by Dan Burn. Can he get another head on it? No, Nick Pope comes out and catches it. And we can defend very nicely there. In fact, Dan Burn did really well. But bowled out to Fabian Schär to build from deep. No pressure, really. Kieran Trippier has it. Now he's getting a bit of pressure. Inside for Bruno. He plays for Miggy. Can he keep that in? Just well, Miggy there. Could go back to Kieran Trippier, who clears it up to Callum Wilson. Great ball, that. Wilson's first touch weren't great. And in fact, Brentford win it. But then it's won by Sven Botman. And Newcastle can come away with it with Dan Burn. Jacob Murphy picks it up. Now it's Joe Willock. He goes back to Sven Botman. His first touch wasn't brilliant, but he plays a good ball to Miggy. Oh, so crap ball from him. And Brentford cut it out and come for the middle straight away. They're very direct, Brentford. Bruno breaks up with a fantastic bit of play. Back it goes to Kieran Trippier, and now Sven Botman. Sven Botman turns in trouble, but gets away with it nicely by playing the ball to Dan Burn. Into Bruno again. Bruno with a lovely touch to get him past the one player, and a great ball on the outside of his foot. Newcastle with some nice football here. Miggy's come inside. He's on this side of the pitch now. Attacking on the left-hand side. The centre for half ain't got a clue. Miggy comes in with the cross. Oh, great stretch by Ben Mee just to keep it away from the onrushing Longstaff, I think it was. There was probably a foul there, but Brentford play on and get away with it too. And they come down this side with Aaron Hickey. Willock comes back to help him to defend. Nick Pope comes out of his goal and chests it down fantastically well and plays it calmly to Kieran Trippier. Trippier inside for Bruno Guimaraes. Very open game at the minute. A lot of Brentford players seem to be blowing at the minute. It's strange. There's a player there with his hands on his knees, almost blowing chunks by the look of it. Bruno's got the ball at the minute in the centre circle, plays it wide for Dan Burn. We enter the Brentford half now with Dan Burn back inside, though, to Sven Botman. The two men on the two centre halves. This must be a plan from Brentford. Botman does great to find a ball there. It's a fantastic ball. And another good ball there. Willock's going for the middle. Willock goes past the defender. Oh, he looked for a cross. We're going to get a corner there, surely. And the Brentford players are appealing every single decision. Christopher there, thinking he's back at Celtic and getting away with murder. Not happening today. Can't see any goals on the screen. It's corner ball to Newcastle United. But great move that from Newcastle and great play from Willock to outpace the defender. But the defender did well to get in the way of his cross, which was a good one. If it had gotten past him, yeah, I think we might have been on for a good thing there. But with 17 minutes in, it's still no goals here at St James's Park. Kieran Trippier about to take a corner and in-swinger from the left-hand side. Plenty of big men there. I can see Dan Burns in the middle, of course, wrestling with Christopher. Ball comes in now. It's a deep one. Looking for the far post. Nodded back. Anyone on this side? No, there isn't. Oof, nearly. God, what catalogue of errors there. Newcastle picked the ball up in the penalty area. Shot from Dan Burn. It's blocked. They're looking for handball there. Back it comes now. Miggy has it now. Nice little chip across for Kieran Trippier. On his wrong foot, obviously, so he'll come back, and he does. Jacob Murphy now can get a cross in. Takes his time, picks a man out, tries to. It's nodded away there from Ben Mee. Now it's with, we're going to have a free kick for a foul in the Brentford penalty area to Brentford, but a sustained bit of pressure there from Newcastle, and it was nice to see also. 17 and a half minutes gone, it's still no goals. There was lots of pressure there, but the right catalogue of errors. It was the back post, nodded back across goal, and the three Brentford players who left the ball to each other, and Callum Wilson managed to get the ball back. When it came back, nothing happened, but it was really bad defending. Left it to it after you, Claude. And Sean Longstaff had a shot that was blocked. 18 minutes on the clock, no goals, but it's a very open-ended game. Both sides look dangerous. The ball is back with Nick Pope, which is played back to him from Sean Longstaff. He clears it first time, looking for the head of Callum Wilson. Can he run onto that? No, he can't. It's going to go back to David Raya in the Brentford goal. Safely picks it up. Well, he doesn't actually. It's at his feet. He now picks it up. He's going to kick it long, I think. Taking his time here. Referee should be kind of saying something. He's had the ball for a while. He's bowled it out to Ben Mee. Inside there to Baptiste, I believe it is. Now it's cleared forward, looking to Tony. He flicks it on with no pressure on him, but to no one in particular. And Sven Botman ferries the ball back to Nick Pope, who plays it back to Sven Botman. Sven Botman has it just on the corner of his own area. Been a bit of pressure here. Plays a long ball, looking for Callum Wilson. He pushed the player there. A blatant free kick. You got your free kick, Brentford, lad. That's what you're moaning for. It was Ayer again, but a terrible pass, and now Putman picks it up. Bruno has it with the man in his back. Managed to get rid of it. That's a terrible foul by Tony. Referee, you got to look at that. After the ball had gone, and Ivan Toney slid right through the back of Bruno Guimaraes. He's gone to see if he's okay, but he's picking him up, and Bruno is okay. Luckily for Ivan Toney, but let's have a look at this again. He carried on. There's a yellow card there, referee. You've got to be booking that. He knew what he was doing. No card, apparently. Bruno has it now. Looking for a ball over the top of the left back. It's come out and cleared by Pinnock, who does really well to get to it and nods it away too. That's nice play from Brentford. But well in from Trippier. The ball falls for Brentford, but not now. It's with Sven Botman, Kieran Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes, with a lovely little triangle to get them free of the Brentford defenders. He's come across to Dan Burn on this left flank now and wide again for Jacob Murphy. Will he take his player on? He's not looking to at the minute. He's got two on him. Pushes past him. Gets the cross in. Well played, Jacob Murphy. That's great wing play. Over the head of Wilson. Might fall for Newcastle player. Miggy's got it. Might go back to Trippier. Should do. Little Trippier's got it now. Oh, looking for a penalty there. It's going to be a corner at the very least. VAR will certainly look at this, I'm sure. Possible handball here. Man City have taken the lead against Southampton. Let's have a look. Is this a penalty? Does it strike his arm? Is it away from his body? Oh, it's his elbow and it's next to his body, so I wouldn't have thought so. 20.5 minutes gone. It's a Newcastle corner, I'm going to say. I don't think VAR will call that a penalty. Absolutely not. So it's a corner to Newcastle. Big men are all there, as always. We need something to bring Brentford out. It's got they've gone short. Balls come in. Look at Bruno's on the far post. Header! It's there! It's there for Bruno Guimaraes! It's a corner routine we've never seen before. A short corner was played back. The ball came in. Far post. Bruno completely on his own. Little squiffy header. Squiffy. It wasn't the greatest head in the world, but he headed down the ground and it went into the far corner of the net despite David Raya's attempts to get there. It's 1-0 to Newcastle. A fantastic corner routine. We know what Eddie Howe's like on the training pitch. Ingenious. It's inventive. It's innovative. And Newcastle United have a 1-goal lead. And Bruno Guimaraes is the goal scorer. Fantastic, fantastic corner routine. Miggy took the corner. Should have been an alarm that Miggy was taking it. Back to Trippier. And Bruno escaped everyone's attentions and nodded it into the far corner of the net. And it's a great header, actually. I'm saying it's not the greatest header in the world, but it's a fantastic header now. Look at it on second or third viewing. Deliberate, mate. Deliberately aimed. Guided. And David Raya got a hand to it. Couldn't stop it going into the net. Newcastle United lead with a fantastic Bruno header. It's 1-0 to Newcastle United. Get in there. Fantastic, innovative corner there. And Brentford weren't aware of the situation. They should have suspected something when they saw Miguel Almiron taking the corner because he never takes corners. Anyway, Brentford have kicked off and it's that long ball routine again. And can Newcastle clear? They can. Fabian Schär gets it away. That's Bruno's first goal of the season, of course. Brentford have finally played it back to David Raya again. He's playing on the edge of his area. He's getting some pressure, but he's got rid of it. And it ain't a bad ball if Daniel Byrne does really well there. It's Botman, in fact, and Byrne clears it further down the line. Now it's with Jacob Murphy. Nice touch. And Jacob Murphy, that's great ball from Jacob Murphy. Miggy's in here. Miggy one-on-one. Miggy one-on-one. Can he go? Can he go? Can he go? He gets blocked. It's Callum Wilson, actually, not Miggy. But yeah, Jacob Murphy's role in the goal can't be underestimated. Jacob Murphy has it now, in fact. He's on fire today. Shoots! Great save, Raya. Yeah, Jacob Murphy's on fire. The last 5 minutes, he's come right into the game. His running past Ivan Hickey and his cross left of the corner. And since then, he's been causing havoc, Jacob Murphy. And again, justifying Eddie Howe's selection of him. Justifying his loyalty. And as I say that, he's just fouled a player out and brought a player down and looks like he might be injured. He might have got a bang in the face there, Jacob Murphy. Yeah, 5 minutes of Murphy magic, let's say. Don't think I've ever said that before. Yeah, he looks really up for it, Jacob, today. Knowing, of course, that his place will soon be up for grabs. When Saint comes back. But yeah, credits of Jacob Murphy. Credit to him. Thomas Frank really needs to get a haircut. He looks like Liam Gallagher on a bad hair day. And he's got a bit of Magnus Pike in there as well. And Magnus Pike's probably not the right person to say to most of you, unless you're an old biffer like me. Anyway, Brentford are on the attack, and there's a bad bit of defence by Schär, who came out. But Botman steps in. There's the win again. Great save, Pope. And Dan Byrne can run away with the ball. And he does so. Bad clearance, but gets away with it. Throw into Newcastle. Yeah, a bit of sixes and sevens there in the Newcastle central defence. Ended up with a shot from Baptiste, which was well saved from Pope. But Fabian Schär came rushing out, missed the ball. Botman got in, got a foot in the foot. The ricochet fell to the Brentford player who shot. It wasn't wide enough for the goal, and it was a good save by Nick Pope. But yeah, got to keep our eyes open and don't take these for granted. We won up, but let's get another one. Let's get further ahead. Bruno Guimaraes' goal leads the game for us. I should put a banner up really, but at the minute I can't because I'm kind of engrossed in this fantastic game of football we're having at St James's Park. It's end-to-end stuff. Brentford aren't sitting back when they can't now, but God, you need to get a haircut, mate. Christ. If he ain't got split ends, I'm a Dutchman. And then I look at the suavely coiffured barnet of Jason Tyndall next to him. It's a different kettle of fish altogether. Anyway, Newcastle on the attack. Trippier has it on the wide right. Back it comes now. Miggy has it from the edge of the area, looking for a cross, far post. Willock. Oh, what a great bit of control from Willock. He had to stretch behind him with his foot. Did well to get to it. Got the defender at the cross weren't great, but the bit of play before that was magnificent. And the ball is with Jacob Murphy now, and he plays it off the Brentford player for a Newcastle United throw-in just inside the Brentford half. Yeah, it's a great game of football, this. 1-0 to Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes' first goal of the season after 21 minutes has put us in the lead. Other goals, Man City lead Southampton. I don't know who scored for them. It was Cancelo, in fact. Bruno has it now. Back to Dan Burn. Down the line to no one in particular, and Aaron Hickey clears it. It's a foul there from Sven Botman. He won't get away with that on Ivan Toney. And Ivan Toney's thinking he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, but in reality, actually didn't get a free kick for it. And Newcastle play on. It was a free kick to me in my eyes. But now Miggy's down that right-hand flank against Rico Henry. He's going to get inside him. He's pretending not to go there. Plays it back for Bruno. It wasn't the greatest ball in the world, and if the Brentford player got in, this will be a Newcastle throw-in. Strange. Jensen got in there and got it away from Bruno. Miggy's ball weren't great, but it should have been better. But he's got Rico Henry on a bit of toast as well. Bruno has it now on that far side. Now it's with Trippier. Inside for Miggy. Little triangle from Newcastle. Little trip over the top, looking for Longstaff. Won't get there. David Raya comes out and claims. And we'll look for a ball out. Callum Wilson trying to get in his way, but he kicks it in the end. And it's a good clearance too. It's with Jensen down his left-hand side. It's going to be chased out. And it's gone out of play for a throw-in. And it's taken quickly. Bruno in the middle of the park has it been quickly approached. But he holds the ball fantastically and chips it beautifully over to Kieran Trippier, who chests it, and he's on his maybe way down that right flank. He's in the Brentford half now, approaching halfway inside it. Down the line, it goes to Sean Longstaff. Miggy's looking for the ball. It's going to come back to Bruno. In fact, it comes back even further than that to Fabian Schär, just inside our half. No one approaching him. Ball there for Longstaff. Back to Fabian Schär with a bit of pressure now. Trippier, bit casual there, but Schär steps in, gets a big Swiss boot on it, and Joe Willockson try and win the ball back, doesn't do so. Brentford do win it with the number 26 Baptiste. Back there then to Jensen. Now it's with just the Silva. Back it goes. That's a terrible ball behind all the defenders. There's no pressure from the Newcastle attack, and the ball can be conveyed back to the Spanish goalkeeper, David Raya. Terrible from Raya. Straight to Murphy. Squares to Wilson. Must be 2-0. 2-0. Jacob Murphy with the goal. Callum Wilson has put it on a plate for him, and even Jacob Murphy's not going to hit the post from there. Awful goalkeeper from the Spanish goalkeeper, Raya. Cleared it to no one in particular, and in fact, it went to Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson put it on a plate for Jacob Murphy. It's 2-0 to Newcastle United in the 28th minute of this game today. A year and a day since our new owners came, and it's a year. It's been a fantastic year, and it's been a cherry on top today with 2 up against Brentford. And Jacob Murphy is really, really emotional. He's really pleased with that. Let's see this again. Back pass to Raya. No one on him. A little bit of pressure. Not a lot from Willock, but it's a terrible ball. Callum Wilson intercepts it. It was actually Murphy that went for the pressure and ended up benefiting from it because he knocked it into an empty net. Murphy pressurised. Callum Wilson stepped in for the terrible ball that was meant for Jensen. Squared it across and straight into the back of the net from Jacob Murphy. Brilliant. Brilliant. And he's deserved that. Jacob Murphy's deserved that. He's been really good today so far. And Callum Wilson showing an unselfish side and putting on a plate for his teammate. And that's 2-0. 29 minutes on the clock. It's 2-0 to Rangers in Scotland. Tavernier score for them. Who cares about that? Certainly not I. All I care about is this. 2-0 to Newcastle. Fantastic, isn't it? Jacob Murphy with his first goal of the season. I mean, he tapped it in from the edge of the 6-yard box. Even he's not going to hit the post. This is concerning. Kieran Trippier has gone off limping. He wants to come back on again. I don't know what's wrong with Kieran Trippier. Anyway, they've started the game again. Can Kieran come back on? He's limping. He's back on now, Trippier. Didn't look great there, and that's concerning because one thing we haven't got is an abundance of right back with the obvious poor, the terrible injury to Emil Crafty we sustained at Tranmere. So we need to keep Kieran fit. Anyway, Dan Burns made a right cock up there. Don't want to let us get back into it. Let's have another one. Let's keep going. And the ball's back at the minute with Brentford, with Christopher Oyer back to the goalkeeper David Ray. Which Newcastle player can give it to this time, David? With no pressure on him this time, so he should be able to pick a Brentford player out. Indeed, he goes long, looking for the run of Aaron Hickey. Doesn't get there because Dan Burns steps in, and now Willock didn't quite get the control of it. Brentford can get away with it. And this time he's getting pressure, and he's having to go first time right for the middle of the pitch, all the way to Kieran Trippier, who looks fine actually. He plays it back to Cher, through to Bruno Guimaraes. A bad ball, passes for Guimaraes, and Brentford are 4 against 5 here. Down this right-hand side with Hickey gets it in. Great header away there from Cher. And Miguel Almiron picks it up and he's going to run. Go on, Forest. Run, Forest, go. Inside he goes to Joe Willock in the centre circle. He's motoring towards us, the penalty area, 10 yards out. Now it's a Murphy. Cross comes in, hits Eye in the knackers, we'll look of it, and it'll go for a corner. Man City 2 up. Phil Foden's got the second. But Jacob Murphy's really causing these trouble. And Joe Willock, it's great attacking play for Newcastle. Every single one of them is causing the Brentford back three absolute kittens, and they're forcing the wing backs back, which is great for us, of course. Another corner for Newcastle. It'll be interesting to see the stats and how many corners we've had. It seems to be quite a lot so far. Kieran Trippier's come across to take this one, so it's obviously going to be one straight into the box, and obviously our height's troubling them. Dan Burn again is causing all sorts of trouble in there. Anyway, ball's going to come in. There it goes. It's into the middle of the penalty area, flicked on, but it's going to be cleared by Tony. Joe Willock will pick this up. Where we go here, I don't know. It's come down here for Kieran Trippier. On the wrong side of the pitch for him, so he's going to come inside, I would think. Lovely ball across the pitch. Fabian Cher. Cher will go wide where Mickey... is it Miguel Almiron? Yes, he is. Fabian Cher's gone on the overlap. Cross comes in, looking for the... Oh, it's into the arms of Ray. I just want to claim it. But yeah, very adventurous play for Newcastle. And straight away, Ray is looking for a hole in defence where Fabian Cher was. Sven Botman's gone across. Kieran Trippier's finally got himself over to right back. Does really well there, Trippier. Really well. But plays it inside to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno plays it up here for Miggy, who somehow managed to get himself into the middle of the park. Will try and find himself on the far side again. Off he goes now. And Newcastle slow it down. Bruno has it just on the edge of the centre circle. He'll play it square here for Sven Botman. Sven Botman's first touch takes him away and plays it to Kieran Trippier. He comes inside. Great ball from Trippier. First touch from Willock puts it into Will Wilson's path. Now it's with Longstaff on the far side. Longstaff plays it inside for Guimaraes. And Guimaraes is playing as a 6 today. They're kind of alternating, as I said. Dan Burn getting in each other's way here. Willock has it. Willock's gone for a curve. He's never going to beat the goal score from there. It was more fart, not all fart and no shite. No power in it whatsoever. Ah, dear me. And Willock knows he's made a right boo-boo there. Good attacking play from Newcastle till the final bit, but we look dangerous today. 33 minutes on the clock. Ray has cleared it again, long, very long. It's like watching 1980s Wimbledon. Harry Bassett and Bobby Gould and Vinnie Jones and John Fashion and all that. It's long ball stuff. It ain't great. But they can only do that because the wing backs are being pushed back so deep. And that's all down to our attacking play, which is, again, about to start again with Willock, who's gone past one. Plays it. He'll leave it to Bruno Guimaraes. No, he doesn't. He plays it for Sean Longstaff, actually. Longstaff plays it forward for Trippier. It's Miggy, actually, now. Miggy comes, it's Trippier, actually, back to Bruno. Bruno picks it up. Bruno's looking for another defence spit and pass, but he doesn't. He goes wide to Miguel Almiron, and he'll come back to Bruno. He's got a bit of space now, Bruno. Managed to manufacture a little bit of space, but not enough. Miggy's come inside, little ball through, nearly worked for Callum Wilson. Great foot in there. And, he went the wrong way there, but Newcastle still come away with it with Jacob Murphy. Now Dan Burn. Give it back to Murphy. He's on fire. He does give it to Murphy, but it's a poor ball. And Aaron Hickey has got in the way of it, and Murphy's sprinting back for all his worth. He plays it forward here for Ivan Toney. Back it comes now to Baptiste. Baptiste inside to Jensen, back to Baptiste. It's not Baptiste, I don't think, but De Silva, I think it might have been. And it's in the middle of the park, the centre circle with Ben Mee, and wide it goes there to Ethan Pinnock. And now to the far side to Rico Henry, and a bit of possession ball from Brentford here. And Mbeumo has it. Trippier's coming to mark him. Terrible ball from Mbeumo. That'll be just shepherded over the goal line, and it'll be a Newcastle United goal kick, well defended. you beauties. 2-0 Newcastle lead. We're 35 minutes in almost. It's been a fantastic half. Albeit, and we see the sight of Alison Maxman warming up on the sidelines next to a Brentford player having a bit of a joke there. Eddie Howe must be happy with his team's performance in his first half so far. He must be very happy because it's great football to watch, and some of the play we've seen today has been absolutely superb. Bruno Guimaraes has been the architect of most of it. He's played the ball out here for Dan Burn. He'll probably look for backwards again. Sven Botman picks it up, and with his right foot squares it to Fabian Schär. May go all the way back to Nick Pope. Indeed, they do. Nick Pope down the bottom here for Dan Burn. Can get a bit of pressure on him, but Dan Burn calmly plays to Sven Botman, and Sven Botman actually runs away with it. Gives it to Joe Willock. Joe Willock's got a man on just before he's tackled. He plays it to Bruno Guimaraes, 10 yards away. Guimaraes into the centre circle, goes past one. He's trying to go past one. Probably going to get fouled there, but he gets the ball away to Dan Burn. Newcastle approaching the penalty area again. It's been solid stuff so far. Joe Willock has it now. Back to Jacob Murphy. He's going to come all the way back to Sven Botman. First time pass to Bruno. Bruno doesn't get time to control it, but does maintain possession. Trippier heads it. That's a great header to Miggy. He's got space here, Miggy, on the far side. Miggy's going to cut inside. He comes back to Trippier, in fact. Trippier may give it to Bruno on the edge of the box. Got a bit of space himself. But what's his ball like this time? He goes inside to Longstaff. Out to Miggy. He's got to be the ball. Didn't hit it hard enough, but it's a cross for Miggy. Cross comes in just off the head of Wilson. Going to be another corner to Newcastle. Headed from Christopher Ayer. It's fantastic stuff. It's really stuff to make the mouth water today. Every player is doing their job. Every player is looking dangerous in an attacking sense. And again, that time, Sean Longstaff got involved. The ball came from Mick. It's a great cross and just flicked off the head of Christopher Ayer just before it got to Callum Wilson, who would have probably scored from there. Still 2-0 to Newcastle. Jacob Murphy's taking this corner. Deep and just into the hands of David Raya, who's about to claim it. Signs there that Kieran doesn't want to be running all over the pitch to take corners, which is concerning. Got to say, let's hope that was just a one-off. Anyway, Raya bowls it out to the centre half. It's Ayer. He's been pressurised there, but he manages to get the ball away. He's carried on his run, in fact. And Brentford come with Aaron Hickey, and he's marched up by Willock. Nice foot in there by Longstaff and a slide. And Newcastle come away with this. So that's great play, although they do concede a throw-in, which is taken by Hickey. He's got the ball back. Trying to get to the edge of the penalty area, and brilliant play from, I think it was Joe Willock to intercept. Aaron Hickey looks 15. He's not very old, is he? He's a teenager still, for certain. Bruno's down on the floor again. I think he's okay, but he had a bit of a niggle to one of his legs a minute ago. Eddie Howe's looking at the screen, so I hope Bruno's okay, but he's been attended to by the physio. Hopefully nothing too concerning here. Bit of spray going on. Looks to, I'm going to say, his left calf. Gets back to his feet, pulls his socks back up. I think he's going to be okay. He's limping off. Whether he comes back on or not, I don't know. But yeah, they've been leaving feet in left, right and centre here, Brentford. And Bruno was the recipient of one a minute ago where he received a kick to the calf. He's going to come back on, obviously. But Brentford do start play now. And can Bruno go back on now? Not in a minute. Brentford are attacking. Whether or not letting him on now, I don't know. Ball's going to actually be Nick Pope's all day long. In fact, it went past Nick Pope. They go out for a goal kick, but surely we're going to see Bruno back on the pitch, and here he is, in fact. And in fact, he's walking fine. 39 minutes on the clock. It's still Newcastle 2, Brentford 2. And if you're enjoying this, guys, don't forget to give us a like. Hit the thumbs up. If you're new to us, which many of you will be, consider subscribing to the channel if you like what you see. And also, memberships are available. and also super chats too, which I've not seen any today because I'm not actually in StreamYard at the minute. You'll see me through StreamYard, but I'm not seeing the comments because I'm watching the game, of course. Anyway, Newcastle on the attack with Miggy on that far side, going against Henry. He's gone on the outside of him, push it too far. Goal kick to Brentford, but at least Miggy showed some kind of appetite of going on the outside there. Rico Henry knew he wasn't going to cross it with his right foot, though, and in the end, Miggy ran out of space and pushed it out for a goal kick. He's getting pulled back there as well, by the way, and the linesman didn't see that. A little tug on his shirt from Henry. Yeah, the linesman should have been up to date with the play there. Didn't see what everyone else saw. Newcastle have the ball with Joe Willock in the centre circle. Might lose that. He doesn't. He maintains possession really well. Miggy has it. Couldn't inside this time. Couldn't inside 2. Couldn't inside 3. Plays it back to Willock. He's about 30 yards out from distance. Again, he goes. Not the right choice from Willock. But he does get the ball back, and he's going to give it to... Will he give it? No, he doesn't. He turns around and faces the goal again. Gives it to Miggy. Now Kieran Trippier on that far side. Ball inside to Bruno. And back it comes to Sven Botman. It's probably come to Dan Burn. He goes the other way, in fact, to Joe Willock. Joe Willock plays it inside. Sean Longstaff has it now. Longstaff looking for a ball out wide. He hasn't got one, so he goes back to Sven Botman. Sven Botman comes forward and gives it to Fabian Schär. And Newcastle just maintaining possession here. 40 minutes on the clock. 41, in fact, nearly. Trippier all the way across the pitch there. Nice ball with the outside of his foot to Dan Burn. Dan Burn cuts inside and back to Sven Botman it goes. It's going to go all the way to Nick Pope, I think. No, it doesn't. Oh, he played the ball to Bruno Gomes and Bruno fell over. Slipped, so Brentford are attacking now. What the hell is that? Oh, and... Well, that's got to be the worst cross I think I may have ever seen from the Brentford player. I'm not sure who it is. I think it may be De Silva. But it's absolutely appalling. Yeah, strange. Very strange. As if he's got Doc Martens on instead of football boots. The concerning thing was the way Dan Burn fell. It was De Silva. Yeah, terrible play from him. Of course, he scored against us in the League Cup, the Carabao Cup game 2 or 3 years ago, didn't he? And it's one of Steve Bruce's darkest hours of many dark hours. But the goal kick's been taken. Everyone's okay. And Pope's gone looking long. It's going to go out to play. In the Brentford half, maybe 15 yards from the halfway line, Brentford left. Rico Henry will take the throw. 42 minutes on the clock now, in fact. Little back flick. And Brentford have it in the defence with Aya. Now it's gone back to Raya. Pressure being put on from Callum Wilson. And Raya goes long, looking for the head of Ivan Toney. Brian Mbeumo comes across. He's supposed to play it back for Aaron Hickey. And just volleys it into touch. Right into the manager's technical area. And Joe Willock picks it up and thrown it into Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes back to Sven Botman. It's a beautiful ball. It's not a great ball, is it? No, it's awful from Botman. Terrible ball. But Bruno steps in there and wins the ball back. But a bit of tenacity from the Brentford midfield. And again, Bruno's in again trying to win it back, but this time he can't. Ball's looking for, through there. Didn't quite work. Cuts out on the Newcastle defence. Willock goes backwards and does really well. Plays it square to Kieran Trippier. And Newcastle can escape now. Trippier, long ball, looking for the win of Callum Wilson. I think he's overhit that. The Brentford defended well to get in the way of Callum Wilson's run. And the ball ran through all the way to Raya. And he's played it out quickly. And now it's with Jensen. Long ball. Dan is looking for this runner here of, I think it's Mbeumo. And Mbeumo's cut inside 2, cut inside 3. Cut out from Bruno Guimaraes. Going to go to a throw in there. Hickey keeps it in. He does keep it in. Plays it back to Aya. And now forward to Jensen. Jensen looking for a ball over the top for the run of, I think it's Ivan Toney. Even Tony's lost out. It wasn't even Tony. Bad ball there from Willock. Little flick there, but Newcastle do come away with it now. Wilson has it. First, it's Millenfees. First touch wasn't great. And Brentford picked the ball up again. Bit scrappy this last bit of period of play. Brentford have controlling the possession, actually. 44 on the clock. The ball is with Christopher Aya in the right back position, where a right back would be. He's now played it forward to Hickey. Down the line, looked offside there. With a great tackle in there from, I think it's Dan Burn. No, it's Sven Botman. Terrific tackle. It was, in fact, De Silva who got the receiving end of that tackle. And there's a player down injured for Newcastle, and I think it may be Fabian Schär. Yeah, Fabian Schär. One of these players that kind of end. And Bristol City are getting beat 2-0 by Birmingham. Annie, obviously you know this already. Some blokes called Austin Trusty. Fantastic name that is. Anyhow, who's injured here? Oh, dear me. I think Tony just punched Fabian Schär in the face in front of the referee and got away with it. There's definitely a collision anyway with Tony and Schär. Anyway, the referee's seen it. VAR aren't looking at it. It's a long throw from Jensen that's flicked on. The header from Jensen to the box again. Newcastle will clear this, should do. Miggy has it on the edge of the area. Trying to beat everyone in the own area. Does really well. Can he get rid of it? He can. Murphy. Terrible ball from Murphy. Gives it away in a terrible area. De Silva. 30 yards out. Cuts inside one. Goes into penalty area. Well defended by, I think it was Murphy. Volley could come in now. Newcastle will break it now. And there's a free kick to Newcastle when he should have played the advantage. And Tony, once again, leaves the foot in and gets a yellow card for his troubles. And about time too, ref. Ivan Toney's behaviour in his first half has been nothing short of shocking. Swansea 2, Sunderland 0, and the scorer, Harry Darling. Our lips shouldn't touch. Move over, darling. I like it too much. I like 2-0 to Swansea, that's for certain. Yeah, Ivan Toney's behaved like an absolute arsehole his first half, and he's got a yellow card. We're into the first minute of 2 minutes of added on time, incidentally, at St James's Park. It's Newcastle 2, Brentford 0. I don't want Ivan Toney. He's a wanker. Simple as that. Bollocks to him. We can do better than him now. And Chelsea lead Wolves. They've scored it deep into added time in the end of the first half. Goal to nil. Not sure who scored it yet. But anyway, it's a free kick to Newcastle. And not 30 seconds after Ivan Toney had banjoed Fabian Schär, he then left the foot in on Sean Longstaff. And he's rightly been yellow carded. Just dick behaviour. Anyway, the ball is with the Brentford centre halves. It's with Oya. Deciding to run against Murphy and gives it away almost. Should have done. But in the end, it went over to Rico Henry. He's played it inside for De Silva. Great slide in, but it's going to come back to Brentford. De Silva's made a forward run. Trippier's marshalled that superbly and will let it go out of play for Newcastle throw-in. Not long left in his first half now. And it looks like Ivan Toney's at it again with someone. Anyway, it's a throw into Newcastle. Kieran Trippier's about to take it. And down the line it goes. Flicked on. Henry wins the ball in the air. Longstaff then heads it to no one in particular. In fact, Brentford do end up with the ball at the end of the first half. It's Newcastle 2, Brentford 0. Fantastic first half of football. We've had goals from Bruno Guimaraes with a fantastic header. 21st minute? No, it wasn't. And then we had Jacob Murphy with a second. And I think, by the way, I think Haaland scored for Man City just for change as well. But we'll come back into the chat now. And I know we're miles and miles and miles and miles and miles behind. So we'll go back about where are we? Shane says Murphy's been classed the past 2 games. Fair play to the lad. He's been brilliant today. Yeah. And he had one purple spell, didn't he? Halfway through that first half. Ian thinks I should take a break. And in fact, I'm going to have a pee in a minute. And that's definite. Because last week I forgot. And by the end of the show, I was, almost a puddle at the bottom of my chair. But there you go. Didn't happen. Managed to hang on. I'm not that old yet. Chuck says we don't need Tony. Absolutely not. We don't need players like him. Umu says, I hope Sunderland stay in the lower league, even though I missed the derby. Well, they're getting a good hulking today down there in South Wales, aren't they? Stu says, Balta first half, the lads more the same in the second. Rungson says, nice games. Thank you. And Andy says, Group P time. Nige says, urgent announcement, Haaland hasn't scored yet. Everyone is doomed. Do you know why Haaland hasn't scored? I'm going to tell you exactly why. And it can only be this. Because I've put him in my fantasy team this week. There you go. And I bet Harry Kane gets 5 or 6 goals because I've sold him and got Haaland in. But yeah, that's why he hasn't scored. Craig Howell says, bloody hell, I've had to take my shirt off because I've got a sweat on. Well, it's not happening to me, that's for certain. Mary says, there is a tempting comment I can make about sausages, but I'm being a saint. There you go. Good for you. Mary Gullick, saint or ain't. Adam says we finished top 6. Billy has to dye his beard black and white. It's already black and white, look. Bits of black there, bits of white there. Wouldn't have to dye it. It's already that colour now. Judy says, even Tony showing frustration. He doesn't play for the Toon. Carlton Common says, away the lads, come on. Let me just go into this here, because I'm just going to make a quick message to the mods. Two Scoop says it's a good first half. It was some good football at times, wasn't there? Andrew says the team looks very fit. Great first half. Okie dokie, happy days. James thinks Tony's having a bad game. Yeah, he's been awful, hasn't he? Mark absolutely loves seeing Miggy come good. He's always put the effort in, but it feels like he's finally clicking for him. Great first half. Keep it up for the second half. And do you know what? It's because he's actually showing the outside, which Rick Henry isn't expecting. I mean, he knows he's not going to cross you from that side, but he's gone past. Rachel says, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and press the bell to get notifications when uploads and live shows are on. And it's free. Indeed it is. Thanks, Rach. 62% possession against these guys. That's a bit low, no? Pretty high, in my opinion. Samsonite Dove. Nope, no Haaland goes so far. I've told you why. Everyone will be selling the players now. Selling Haaland because I've got him in my team. I've jinxed him. Jimmy Moore says VAR decision. Murphy scored. There is a God, indeed. Davey B, who will Davey B? Tony's been taking some of that aggressive crap that Connor Ben's been imbibing. Well, there you go. Foxy, we know Tony has an attitude with the off-field comments, but fair to say that it's made him the player he is today. Let's just see if it works. Fox says we know Tony has an attitude with the off-field comments, but fair to say that has made him the player today. Not easy emotionally playing against a former club either. No, but the fact he tried to referee the game half the time, Foxy, and is obviously frustrated. But I'm afraid I don't think he should be on the pitch now. Calvin says Miggy's on fire lately. Billy's so true about Haaland. Yeah, it's definitely the reason. Troll saying hello to Mary. This is an interesting name. Wafty Cranker. Is that Darren Grimes by any chance? We're doing surprisingly well without Maxi, Joe Litton and Isaac. Yes, indeed, we are. Great first half. Bruno needs to change his boots, slipping all over. And Burns scrub up on passing. Some dodgy balls. ASM and John Bent's not even needed. Yeah, Bruno has fell over a few times, but he's been kicked a few times as well, hasn't he? Let's be honest. And Burns, sometimes his passing has been left a bit to be desired. It has, you're right. 771 watching and only a few thumbs up. Come on, guys, support the Toon Review. Yeah, hit that like button. And if you're new, subscribe. And if you love us that much, become a member. And super chats are also available, which is great. Anthony Antacid, it's definitely piss time. That was a cracking first half. You know what? I think you're right. I think it's time for me to go for a quick wee. While we're in it, I'm going to leave you with a bit of merch background, which isn't there, so I can't do that. Everything's been taken off. I don't believe it. We'll go back to the comments, but I'm just going to put me out of the background while I go to the toilet for maybe 2 minutes. See you in 2, lads and lasses. Welcome back. A very enjoyable visit to the little boy's room. I feel much more refreshed now. Where did we get to on the comments? I can't remember. Oh, we were here. Apocalyptic. You've gone back to your old name. Great first half. These are no mugs. We're making them look poor. We are indeed. Game's still not won though. We still need to concentrate. But yeah, I think we are playing really well. Roachy thinks everyone should take Haaland out now. I've bought him. He's probably right. Rich said the most positive thing about this is no one ever can question how team selecting. Indeed, the intensity is fantastic. You're right. Tide DV, should we put ASM on or should we let him rest further in case? No, I think we should give him half an hour or 20 minutes. Got an important game next week. While Jacob Murphy is playing really, really well, I'd like to see ASM get on. He may come on for Wilson, of course, mightn't he? That's another alternative. Mary says Miggy's had an amazing game so far. He has. Now, that flag at the start of the game has to be my favourite. He's fantastic, wasn't it? The surfer. Brilliant. Nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, time for coffee and a durry, whatever a durry is. I thought that screen from Miggy was flying in. It was a great save. It was a great effort too. James says, why can't Murphy be like this? Well, I'm guessing he means every week. Nigel says, Billy, I shaved my white. Now I look like a new age Viking. If I shave my white off, there'll be nothing left. I'm going to shave the lot off. Andrew says there's not a lot Brentford could do to us. If they pressure us to catch up, they'll get hammered. So probably going to be 47 gadgets behind the ball, yeah. James says, why can't Murphy be like this when he comes off the bench? Right. Carlton says, hope Everton beat Man U or draw. Jeanette says, hi, Billy, my Gina loves you, but she's not happy that you didn't get... Do you know, the guitar was here, ready to go, but we just didn't get round to it. And you know what? When I looked at it, it was right next to me. When I looked at it, I saw 2 guitars. So probably wasn't the best idea. But you'll get it one day, honestly, I promise. I'll play you a bit of Elvis one day. That's a promise. I will do it. As and when, who knows? Maybe next week's TTR Friday. We'll see. But yeah, you'll definitely get a bit of one day. Jack says 60%. That's great. We are at Man City. Yeah, you're right. I think that's a good thing to have. What time we are? We're close to coming back. Yeah, we can't be far away. Ian says, love the smirk on Eddie Howe's face when the first goal, training ground move. Yeah, it was a fantastic move, wasn't it? To be honest, Brentford have tried to come at us and make game of it. Hilton Classics, can we actually see the match? Well, it depends, mate. Can't see it here. You can certainly listen to me watching it, and I'm commentating for you. That's what watch-along means, mate. Unless you've got, you might have alternative ways of watching it, but you can't ask for it here. We have had games where it was higher. We have indeed. Happy for Murphy. A couple more goals would be nice, as Toon Foxy. Dr. Rocktar wants to know the score. It's 2-0 Newcastle, mate. Bruno and who's called second? Murphy. Down there in Guernsey, in the Channel Islands. Lovely part of the world. Looney Tune 9 says the top 6 finish is a real possibility up the mags. Haaland effort off the post made me laugh so hard I need an happy. Switch the mic off when you go for we. I did this time. Yes, indeed. VAR making for their mistakes early doors. They are. They were right today, though. It was against Wolves or Forest. No, they are poor this season. I think my browser is glitched, showing 15,244 likes, but only 703 watching. Well, there you go. That's how good it is. It's been a really entertaining afternoon with Watchalong and the chat. I'm just going to go into my stream and see if we're back on yet. Not quite, so we can do a few more comments. Nearly dropped my control on the floor. There. Umuamua says, imagine how crazy it would look if the underside of St James' roof was a mirror. Do you know, I'm not even thinking about that because it's just debated. Not in the know, but rumours were we have a £150 million budget for youth players, as it doesn't affect our Premiership restrictions. Interesting. Ian says it's great. Hilton Classics, you get to watch. Billy, indeed. Facebook user. Someone on Facebook says, hi, Billy, it's Chris. Hello, it's Chris. Hi, Chris from Virginia. You're doing a great job. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Hope Brentford can get some shots just so Pope can get some saves from my fantasy team. Do you know what? The shot they had, oh, Christ, that was awful goalkeeping. Straight at him and he needed it into the net. It was awful. So, but luckily, he was offside. But there you go. Nigel says a petition to ban Haaland from Premiership is a robot. Up to 500,000 voted so far. I would have voted for it, but no. Do is a cigarette and Aussie. Right, okay, mate. Is Longstaff's prime while getting kicked and drawing cards these days? Well, he's doing well, isn't he? Shaw's playing really well. Jack, believe it or not, I was wrong, mate. This seems to be one of our highest stats of season for that. Well, there you go. My 3-0 prediction is still on. It is, but I'm happy to be wrong and absolutely batter these lot. Yeah, me too. Let's just go back and see if we're back on ready to play yet. Not at the moment, so we can do a few more. Most for 69% and below. Great job, Buddy says Ian. Cheers, Buddy. Nigel says, am I right in thinking we can register the new Aussie Pele if he plays Australia this World Cup? I think we are right, yeah. I think that will kind of work with a work permit, won't it? Mike's been a little sloppy at the back. Yes, we have been. Given possession over in dangerous areas, we get the next goal, game over for sure. And Peace Frog says, Bruno's a class above. He's been terrific today. 2 more goals next half from the Toon. Hopefully right. Rangson, wherever he is, saying good night. Loving your work, Billy Bob Big Dog. Cheers, mate. I'm glad you appreciate it. Abandoned says Longstaff mistake led to the. Yeah, it was a Longstaff effort, yeah. But luckily enough, there was definitely interfering with play. Why the referee's opinion, I guess, is if he's interfering with play or not, and he was because Fabian Schär went to tackle him, didn't he? Class comment. Thanks, James. And Ian says, where's he's at? He's still injured, but he's not far away from returning. So we'll come over to the stream again now. And the players are back on the pitch. Second half is about to start. Jacob Murphy's out on the pitch again, looking really comfortable, confident. Mr. Brooks is about to kick the game off. I think it's going to be us. Our turn to kick off. Playing towards the Gallowgate. Indeed it is. And Mickey's played it out to Kieran Trippier, who then fakes a play backwards, and then in the end he does all the way to Fabian Schär. He'll go all the way across the back line to Dan Burn. Dan Burn's chipped over the top, looking for the win of Jacob Murphy. Come off Aaron Hickey's foot for a throw into Newcastle, halfway inside the Brentford half on the left side, which Dan Burn is going to take. And he throws it in, looking for the run of Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson chests it down, plays it back to Murphy. And now it's with Willock. Willock's on the left flank, teasing the man in front of him. And comes all the way back then to Sven Botman. And now Fabian Schär is probably going to come down the bottom here. So now he goes for the middle, actually, to Longstaff, who then plays it to Kieran Trippier. Trippier's got a little bit of space, but immediately plays it in for Wilson. Little touch for Longstaff. It's a foul there, referee. Good grief. How have you not seen that? You stood 2 yards from it. Brentford come away with the ball now. Ball over the top, and he's found the man he's looking for on this left flank, Rico Henry. Rico Henry's looked for the cross, but it's deep, and Bruno Gomes slides and manages to clear it for a corner. Great defending from the little Brazilian maestro there to make sure that ball didn't come to anything more dangerous. But ball over the top, looking for Rico Henry. It was a good ball. Trippier was beat for pace, but he managed to get the cross in. But Bruno's covering was superb. Had he not been there could have been a chance for a shot on goal, and that could have been a goal back from Brentford. But good, well played from Rico Henry, and again, well played from Bruno Gomes. There's 2 men over the corner here, and Bruno and Jensen. Brentford's a big man forward now, of course. So we're marking it's an outswinger from Mbeumo or an in-swinger from Jensen, or it might just be a short corner. But lots of tussling going on in the penalty area. Again, even Tony's at the centre of it all. Dan Burns marched him away. It's going to be an in-swinger. In it comes and cleared well away there. It's back now with Henry. He's going to go all the way back from inside the Newcastle half to David Raya, who's cleared it on his far side, looking then for Jensen. Jensen has it. Jensen plays it back, and Pinnock has it now. And all the way back to Raya again. So that Brentford corner's ended up with the ball at the Raya's feet twice. Raya's long clearance is absolutely appalling, and out it goes for a Newcastle United throw-in in the right back area, which Kieran Trippier will take. Kieran Trippier looking for a man to throw to. Bruno's made himself available. He's not going to go to Bruno because he's well marshalled there. Not a lot of running off the ball here for Newcastle. He goes to Bruno in the end, and Bruno just clears it as far as he can. Callum Wilson's interested. He's marshalled off the ball. Ball's with Henry, headed down the line from Burma, inside for Jensen. Jensen goes all the way back to the keeper. Will he get any pressure this time? Wilson's going towards him, but Ray clears comfortably again to no one in particular, and he goes out for a throw, which Dan Burn will take on the halfway line. Ray's kicking today has been absolutely appalling. Dan Burn plays it back to Sven Botman and all the way back to Nick Pope in the Newcastle United goal. First touch is good, and he clears it right-footed. And another one, bad kick, out straight into touch for a throw-in on the halfway line to Brentford on their right flank. 48.5 minutes have gone, folks. It's still Newcastle United 2, Brentford 2. Brentford have it with Hickey, and he comes all the way back to Raya again. And Raya will look for a long ball again, I imagine, because that's what he's done every single time he's had it. And there it goes, right for the middle, route one. On the head of Botman. Not a good header from Botman. It's picked up there from Baptiste, and now wide for Hickey. Hickey can get a cross in. He does get a cross in. Dan Burn's there to clear it after Sven Botman's foot got to it. Nodded away from Dan Burn. Not the greatest header in the world. Again, Dan Burn gets his head on it, and out of play it'll go this time for Newcastle for Brentford throw-in, but Willock as well to keep it in, but actually manages to give it to Brentford. And now it's with Baptiste. Baptiste back to Jensen. Probably going to come right back again. It does. It's with Ben Mee in the centre of the Brentford defence, and back to David Raya, and then forward to Ben Mee again. Ben Mee's been pressurised by Miggy, and now it's down here to Ethan Pinnock. Pinnock will clear it down the pitch, looking for Rico Henry. It's headed away from Trippier. Well played from Longstaff. Now the ball forward, looking for no one because it's offside from Callum Wilson, and the ball is back with David Raya in the penalty area. Will he pick it up this time and kick it from hand? No, he doesn't. He plays it across the box to Christopher Ayer. Now Ben Mee. Now back to Raya again. Been a bit of pressure this time. They're trying to play football out here, Brentford. And last time, this caused a goal, but in the end, the long kick's gone. Sven Botman's majestic in the air. Great touch from Willock. Bruno Gomes has it now. Ball out wide here for Miggy's not going to get there, I don't think. He's slightly under hit. And Pinnock steps inside the sliding tackle from Longstaff and plays the ball down the line. For Rico Henry is much more advanced up the pitch in the second half. But Fabian Schär cleans up. Nick Pope has it to Fabian Schär again. And now wide to Kieran Trippier. A little bit of pressure from the Brentford attack. And that's a terrible ball from Trippier because it's straight away to Tony. Now it's a ball inside, but well cut out from Fabian Schär. Ball for Miggy. Little touch for Wilson. Doesn't quite come off. And Brentford starting to put a little bit of possession together now. Rico Henry's playing much further up the pitch than what he did first half. And he's causing trouble on this left-hand side, on their left-hand side, our right defence, obviously. But it's the balls with Jensen at the minute, just inside the Brentford half. Now Pinnock's 10 yards further forward. That ball looking for the run, didn't get anywhere near the player he was looking for. And the ball's now in the arms of Nick Pope, safely in the Newcastle penalty area. 51 on the clock, Newcastle 2, Brentford 0. There's the picture of the owner, Amanda Staveley, looking resplendent in a creamy overcoat, looking very happy with the way things are going today. Ball is with Brentford again in the left back area, and Ethan Pinnock has it forward, and now Rico Henry goes forward. Inside, the ball goes for Jensen. He gets there, ball inside for Mburmu. Goes wide. Sorry, it's Mburmu now. Cuts inside, and Mburmu might go from distance here. Great effort, great save. Parried it out and almost fell to the Brentford player, rushing in. Sunderland pull one back down there in Swansea. Header there is going to come off the Newcastle player into the arms of Nick Pope, and everything's safe again. And it looks like there's a free kick being given for a reason here. I don't know what it is. The referee's talking on the mic to somebody. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Has the ref given a penalty for some reason? If that's a penalty for that, that's pathetic. I'm back to the stream. It's 3-1 to Newcastle. I don't know how long I've been out for. Only 125 in the chat. People have gone. Sorry about that. Internet was down, so that was a strange bit of thing there. I didn't even know. And that's one of the things about looking at the computer. Onyeka's on for Baptiste, by the way. Unbelievable. But we're back in. Thank God for that. Sorry about that, folks. A lot of internet problems there. But we're back in the stream now, and Newcastle on the attack. And I hope we saw the Bruno goal. I don't know how long we were away for. But Newcastle on the attack now with Wilson approaching the area. It's took off him. Jensen has it at the edge of the area. He's going to lose that to Murphy. No, he gets away with it. And now it's with Mbeumo down that left side. Down the line he goes. Can they get through here? They can. It's a nice ball. That's 15. Who's gone off his foot and out of play. Should be a Newcastle throw with that. He's give it to Brentford, in fact. Yeah, that's one of the things. When I'm looking at the screen, it's not good. But anyway, ball is with Sean Longstaff edge of the area. He can just get away. Bruno has it now. Bruno clears it. He gone inside for Miggy, who's in his own half. Plays it square for Joe Willock. Joe Willock probably go to Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy. Come say Jacob. Ball down the line there. Miggy carried his run superbly. What's his pace like? Trying to get around the outside of the centre defender, and the centre defender's foot just got it back through to the goalkeeper. But great winning again for Miggy. Man City have scored a fourth. Interesting to know if it's going to be Haaland or not. But the ball's with looking for a run there of Mbeumo, I believe. Oh, great defending from Sven Botman. Absolute Rolls Royce. And he's running with the ball too. He's gone into the half and he's played it to Jacob Murphy. Gone outside the one. Still going, Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy's now up against his player. Will he cut inside him? Plays it for Wilson. Wilson's a chance to shoot. Wilson's trying to find a spot to shoot from. And in the end, it's going to fall for no one in particular. And Brentford get it clear. There's a foul there. I think referee's going to leave a free kick for a desperate last gasp chance to get the ball back in the penalty area. 407-20 over the back. Yeah, unbelievable. Joe Linton's about to enter the fray, and it looks like Jacob Murphy's going off. Great performance from Jacob Murphy. He's been great today. And Erling Haaland has got his goal. Callum Wilson did great there to get the ball across, and Murphy's goal, that's what we're about to see again. That was the goal. Give him his moment of glory, which he's deserved today. Been superb. I wonder how long I've been out for. I mean, did we get the Bruno goal? Did we get the Bruno goal? I don't know if we did or not. Anyway, Brentford have the ball in attack, and it's gone out of play. So Newcastle throw in 65 on the clock. Kieran Trippier has it. Kieran Trippier throws it in. It's with Joe Willock, and then wide to Dan Burn. Dan Burn will look for the run of Joe Linton. Joe Linton's come on the left-hand side, which is strange that Joe Linton would play there. But anyway, here he is, Joe Linton. Back to Bruno Guimaraes. Floated across here for Kieran Trippier. Ball inside for Longstaff was on slowly. Instead they do a little triangle. Great play. Miggy down that flank. He's not going to go on his right foot, so he comes back and again plays with Rico Henry again. Back it comes to Kieran Trippier. Little floated ball in, looking for the win of Miggy. Didn't quite come because Rico did well to intercept, and we've got a corner ball there. But yeah, some great football there from Newcastle United. I'm going to keep going back now. I missed the Bruno goal. Wow. That is shocking. That is shocking. I missed Bruno goal. I went absolutely mental. No one could see it because I was offline. No way. What a great goal that Bruno goal was, by the way. Corner to Newcastle, which Kieran Trippier is going to take an outswinger with his right foot. Pissed off about that. That's what should do it. That's how I should do it. I can see both things now. Anyway, ball's coming in the corner ball, looking for a header of Newcastle. Going to fall to Willock. A volley that was never going to trouble the goal, let alone the goalkeeper. Bournemouth have equalised at home to Leicester, by the way. A goal from Phil Billing. Again. Yeah. .67.5 minutes have gone. It's Newcastle 3, Brentford 1. Shot of the crowd there. Ball is with Miguel Almiron on the right flank. Back it goes to Sean Longstaff. Another good game today. Great ball for Joe Linton. Now Willock got a good chance. Willock on outside. Will he finish? No, he won't. Great last defending from Brentford there. But Willock did great to get across there and stop the ball going in. But great move. Great ball from Longstaff. Great little flick from Joe Linton. Willock's gone past one, past two. Went to get his shot off and a sliding shackle from Aaron Hickey. Stopped the ball from going into the net probably because I don't think Ray would have got there. But we have a corner ball. We have a corner ball indeed. 68 on the clock. And Kieran Trippier's gone across to take this in-swinging corner this time with his right foot. More height in there now. We've got Joe Linton there alongside Dotman, Cher, Dan Burn. I haven't seen Dan Burn yet, but he's in there. Corner comes in. It's a great one. Will it fall for us? No, it won't. It's come to the edge of the area where the volley comes in. Will fall for Joe Linton. Wide side. Little back flick to Kamara. Must finish. Oh, it's like pinball in the penalty area in the 6-yard box. Didn't go in the bloody goal, though. It went everywhere but. And the ball's out here for Newcastle throw-in. Even Tony was the one that cleared it in the end. A great corner, but a great bit of ingenuity from Joe Linton on his far side with a little back flick. You'll see in a minute here. Excuse me. And into Bruno Gomes. I thought he was going to shoot. He squared it. The shot should have come in from Wilson. But in the end, it didn't go anywhere near the net. And Brentford escaped to fight another day. Brentford on the attack with... Newcastle on the attack. It's with Willock, and now it's with Joe Linton. Joe Linton will give it back to Willock. Willock picks it up. Now square it comes to Guimaraes. Now Longstaff. Now Trippier out on his right rider. Switched to play brilliantly here. Looked for Almiron, but then coming inside for Bruno. Bit of time. Will come outside for Almiron now. Almiron controls it with his left. Plays it inside for Guimaraes. Goes to return in the back, but it's going to be a corner ball again. A tackle from Pinnock. Did well to get there. Unreal that we've gone for 10 minutes and missed a goal. Oh dear. Internet. But Bournemouth are 2-1 up against Leicester, by the way, now. Good comeback from them. Anyway, corner from Newcastle is about to come in on this right side, an outswinger from Trippier. No training ground move this time. It's the 2 arms up. This ball going into the mixer. Here it goes. It's a good one. Looking for Newcastle head. Gets one. Might fall at the far post. Little cross in from Botman and missed the header there. Wilson. Volley's going to come in. Oh, just wide. Great effort. I think it was Fabian Cher. No, it was Miggy. His left foot. They look so much alike. It's hard to get the two mixed up, isn't it? Ryan Christie with a second for Bournemouth. But left foot, yeah, well wide. But it looked good in the action. Jan Alt's coming off, and I think Damsgaard's about to come on. Damsgaard's got a haircut which can only be described as straight from the school of Rodney Trotter haircuts. He looks like a smaller version of him, to be honest. But good player, Damsgaard. Hell of a player. Damsgaard's on for me, in fact. They've gone to a 4 now, obviously. Which might create more space for us. Anyways, with Henry on his left flank, looking for a cross. Pope will get there. The defender did well to get in front of him, Fabian Cher, to take any doubt out of it. But I think Pope would have caught that. Indeed. .71.5 minutes on the clock. And the ball is going to be taken here. Oh, yeah, I could do that. That's a good idea. Interesting. Anyway, corner kick for Brentford, which Jensen take. Damsgaard, in fact, gone short to Jan Alt. Jan Alt's also come on. Ball's over the top of everyone. Nick Pope let it go for a bloody goal kick there. And Tony again. He's at the referee. You're going to book him for dissent, ref. Tony flung himself to the ground in an attempt to get the referee to... Let's have a look. Nothing there. Nothing there. Absolute nonsense. It was his own play, if anything. And the referee's got a book, Ivan Tony. This constant moaning at the referee. Dissent. Yellow card offence. Definitely. Anyway, this corner's about to come in. And it's cleared from Joe Linton on the edge of the area, and Newcastle will bring it away now. Wilson looking for the ball there for... Who's running after that? It's not a foul. No way on God's earth is that a foul. Absolute bollocks decision, referee. Absolute bollocks decision. Hickey slipped over. And the ref's given a free kick for it. What an absolute nonsense of a decision that is. And Willock was in. Shit. Pope's out looking... Pope's looked dodgy today, I've got to say. Not his greatest game. Anyway, it's a throw into Brentford deep in our half, right next to the corner flag. .73 on the clock, still Newcastle 3, Brentford 1. Once again, we've been invaded by technical errors. Took me out of StreamYard for no reason. But we're back in it now. We managed to miss an absolute fantastic goal from Bruno Gomares. 25-yard shot. Superb. Long throw again from Jensen. In it comes, into the box. Long throw. All the Newcastle players are there. Come back to Jensen somehow. It's a good cross. Lots of players going towards it. It's going to be a goal kick, I think. The header was from Wissa, who's come on. Wide of the mark. I'd like us to get another goal here because Brentford are trying to put a bit of pressure on. It's a goal kick. Wissa, header wide. There was 2-on-1 there. So Maxi's about to come on, I think. He's warming up. His tracksuit bottoms are off. His bandages are on. His new haircut's on show. There's no headband there. And now Sven Botman has it and he's cleared it long himself, looking for the run of Joe Linton. Can Joe Linton get up there? He does. He wins the ball in the air. Falls to Wilson. Little flick on here. And Miggy's in. But great defending by Rico Henry. And Miggy doesn't get the ball. But Wilson has it now on the rebound. Goes past. What's the referee blown up for now, for crying out loud? Oh, it must be a head injury to Aya. Absolute bollocks. Bromley one up against Gateshead, unfortunately, down there in Kent. But the referee is just... We were on an attacking go there, and the ref stopped play for head injury. And there's no head injury there at all. I don't see how he's even... Unless Joe Linton's headed his head, which I don't think he did. And, of course, he's straight back up, holding his neck. Get off the pitch, then. Newcastle 3, Brentford 1, or Newcastle 3, Wimbledon 1, as we can call them, the way they're playing today. Little ball down the line, looking for the winner, Miggy. How quick is he? He gets there in the end. Cuts it off well. Plays it back to Kieran Trippier. Trippier goes for a ball inside. Didn't fall for Longstaff's run. And the ball is cleared, where Tony goes up against Fabian Schär and loses out. Sven Botman has it now. Goes all the way back to Nick Pope. Dan Burns showing for him on the far side if he wants to go, but he's probably going to go long this time. And indeed, he floats one over the top, looking for the Kieran Trippier, and it goes over his head. Throw in to Brentford in there. Half is quickly taken. Jensen picks it up. Back it goes to Ethan Pinnock. Probably going to go back to Raya, and he does. A little bit of chasing there from Bruno. Bruno's lasted the whole game so far. So obviously the whole game he's still on the pitch. And a ball from Willock. That's a great one. Just over hit. Bristol City are getting beat 3-0 today by Birmingham City. Great vision there from Willock to pick the pass out, but slightly overhit it. The win of Miggy was great too. Miggy's got that smile on his face again. But there's going to be changes soon, I think. 76 on the clock. We'd like to see a little bit of Alison Maxman, wouldn't we? I think we're going to see it. I think Callum might be coming off. Oh, they're going. Yeah, Max is coming on. I think it's going to be for Callum Wilson. I'm not certain. I'm not 100% certain. But the return of the Saint. And by the way, Bruno's down again. I think it's a bit of cramp this time, though, which is not serious. Bruno's up. I think Bruno might be going off as well. Maxi's coming on. Who for? We don't know. It's for Bruno. So I assume that Joe Linton's going to slot into the midfield position. Bruno's come off. St. Maximan's on. Great performance from Bruno. Been superb. 2 goals. One of them an absolute belter, which I guarantee that you will love on another one for the Gold Ornament competition. He's clapping the crowd. He's warmly getting applauded from the Toon Army faithful. And great goal, great performance. No kind of prizes for guessing what mark I'm going to give him tomorrow. He's been superb. Kieran Trippier has the ball and gets it forward. Maxi has gone to the left-hand side and through the middle. Wilson still, and now it's with Willock. Now it's on this side, so on. Fades to come backwards, goes on the outside of. Oh, I've got pace going all the way around. Unlucky there. The ball's gone out of play. It's a goal kick to Brentford. But great and great enterprising run from Miguel Almo on yet again. Again, he's been superb. And it's 3-1 still to Newcastle. 78 minutes on the clock. Max is on. Joe Linton's come back into midfield. Bruno rightly getting saluted by the whole 4 corners of St James's Park for his fantastic performance today. 2 goals, a match-winning performance, we hope. Been superb. The boy's a little gem. He really is. He really is. And every man and boy and woman and girl in that crowd are standing up to applaud him, even his own teammates. What a fantastic performance from the Brazilian maestro. He's managed to get himself around the pitch now. He's managed to take in all the applause, and he'll go and sit on the bench and watch the rest of this last 10 minutes of the game. Free kick to Brentford. It's gone for the far side. Volley came in. It's going to fall for Jensen, but his control let him down, and Willock managed to get it away and headed back in over the top, looking for the run. Pope should get that and does. Comes out and claims it, and he bowls it out first time for Joe Linton. Joe Linton's control takes him away, and now it comes in for St Maximan's first touch. He's come inside quite a way here now. St Maximan's still going. A little bit of skill to get him past 2. He plays the ball off a Brentford player to Kieran Trippier. I think we're going to get a free kick actually for a foul on Maxi. Oh, we know? No, we're not. Play on. The ball's now with Joe Willock. Floated ball on the far side for Dan Burn. He's got Maxi ahead of him, but it doesn't go to him. He comes back for Botman, back to Dan Burn. 80 minutes on the clock, guys. Joe Linton back now to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff will probably go to Willock. I think in the centre circle he does. Willock can turn, goes past one. He's fouled. Free kick. Fouled by Jensen on Joe Willock. In the centre circle. The ball's played back there to Fabian Scher. Centre circle to Longstaff. Non's pass there for Joe Linton. Now to St Maximan on the far side. 1-on-1 with Hickey. What will he do? He's doubled up now. He's been doubled up. And did he win the ball back? I think he might have done. Yes, he did. Well played, Maxi. And the Brentford player, he get a free kick against that. That's bollocks. Some of these refereeing decisions in the past 20 minutes have been, questions to be asked. But there you go. It's never a foul. He's handballed it, in fact. Hickey's handballed it and he's given a free kick against us. Absolute nonsense. Anyway, the ball is back with Brentford, with Hickey. He lets it run out of play for a throw-in that he'll take himself. Back he goes there to Christopher Aya. Now it's with the keeper again. Ethan Pinnock maintaining his position in the centre half. Nearly give that away. Does give it away. Can he score? Miggy must score. Miggy scored 4-1. What an absolute fuck-up to the nth degree by Ethan Pinnock. Ethan Penis, more like. Terrible defending. 4-1 Newcastle. And Miggy's gone to find a Paraguay flag, which he's waving. The Paraguay fan club are in again. 4-1 Newcastle. But an error to compound all errors from the Brentford centre-half, Ethan Pinnock. Absolute cock-up to the maximum degree. Their defence is absolutely shocking. Really bad. And this error tonight will make you laugh massively, I've got to say. Am I still on stream? You can still stream it, can't you? Yes, you can. Terrible from Pinnock. Ray was slow coming out. Miggy marked it into an empty net. And that's his second goal. Well, how many did he get last week? Yeah, he's scoring all the time, isn't he now? Having a great season and long may continue. Great finish as well. But Brentford at the back. My God, that's horrendous. Ethan Pinnock. What a terrible, terrible bit of play that is. Serious to God. It was like watching Mike Williamson in his pomp. Miggy's got his goal. And he's very happy. It's 4-1, and we're 82.5 minutes in. More changes to be made by Newcastle here. I can see Chris Wood. I can see Elliot Anderson. I can see Matt Target about to come on. Yeah, we are. We're still in. So Target's coming on for Trippier again. He's going to go to right back like he did last week. He's not making the mistake of bringing Lascelles on this week. I can only assume Chris Wood will be coming on for Callum Wilson. And off comes Callum Wilson. Hasn't got his goal today, but he's contributed with an assist for Jacob Murphy's goal. Callum again, not looking happy to be coming off, but he must be happy with the team's performance and a 4-1 victory. Well, lead so far. So Callum comes off and Chris Wood comes on. Chris Wood comes on to play centre forward, and Miggy's gone off also, and he's been replaced by Elliot Anderson. Great performance from Miggy again. Superb. Them front three have been superb today. Even Jacob Murphy, they're all off now, and a new setter on, and Miggy's getting big high fives from the Graham Jones and Jason Tyndall, and the beam on his face is as wide as the M1 motorway. Superb. Great performance again, Miggy. And Brentford again playing kamikaze with the back pass, but eventually Raya gets it clear. Sven Botman in the air. It's beaten in the air. Just seen Sven Botman get beaten in the air. By Tony, in fact. Now it's on the far side with Wissa. Cross comes in. It's deflected. There's a push there, but they let him play on. Brentford are marching through it, and in the end, it's going to be cleared by Joe Linton. Joe Willock's trying to play. You can't do that there, Willock, but great tackle, though. Great tackle there from Longstaff to save the day. And Newcastle do come away. Ball on the line. Joe Linton goes past two. In the end, we get a throw in. Yeah, Joe Willock playing a bit of kamikaze football there on the edge of his own area and got robbed. But luckily, and Gateshead have equalised down there in Kent. Dan Warder scored for Gateshead. It's probably one Gateshead won. The ball's been thrown in. Dan Byrne has it deflected. Ball might fall for Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson does almost win it back. Nice bit of play. Joe Linton fouls Jensen, who theatrically fell to the floor and got the free kick. Jensen will take the free kick. 85 minutes have gone. It's Newcastle United 4, Brentford 1. And Brentford are on the attack on that far side. A defeated side now, no doubt. And they're playing a bit of pressing ball, a little push in the back there from Sean Longstaff or Elliot Anderson on. No, it was Sean Longstaff. Was right the first time. On Matthias Jensen, who's been on the floor more times than someone on Strictly Come Dancing today. Christ. So, free kick to Peterborough. What am I fucking Peterborough from? Brentford. Quite Riley. Peterborough? Wow. Anyway, it's a long free kick. It's gone into the box, looking for a Brentford head. Didn't get one. It gets Fabian Scher's head. Longstaff gets a foot on it. Cleared away there from Anderson. It'll be a throw into Wimbledon. They play like Wimbledon. Brentford. Deep in half. Fabian Scher's limping now after that challenge, but he's managing to get himself back into the defensive position. This will probably be a long throw again. Yes, here it comes. The number 8, Matthias Jensen. Way back he comes and hurls it into the box, looking for a Brentford head. Gets a flick on. Going to be cleared though from Joe Linton, and away it goes. Stoke City, that's another good comparison. There's an offside there, which Pope saves anyway. But Ivan Toney was offside. Carl Pilkington gave the offside there. Well done, Carl Pilkington, linesman. And the Brentford fans have started to leave the stadium. Indeed, indeed, indeed. They're filing out. Maybe they fancy a point in the big market or something. I don't know. They're out. They're going anyway. Newcastle have it. They're playing a bit of possession football at the back. Now it's with Dan Burn. Cuts back inside. He can come back here if he wants to. He does. A floated pass from Botman all the way across the pitch, looking for Elliot and Matt Target. Ball down the line's a good one. Oh dear, there's a foul there, referee. And he gives a free kick. Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. You've given soft fouls in this second half, free kicks, and that one was a bad one. And he lets it go away. A long ball there, looking for the run on the far side of Wissa. Beats Burn there. He's getting down the byline. Cross comes in, beats everybody. Target gets it, and he is fouled this time. We get a free kick for it. And Jansen kicks the ball away. And in fact, it was Elliot Anderson doing a bit of defensive work. Did brilliantly there, Elliot Anderson. 678 watching. Brilliant. Even though we lost contact earlier. Janelt was the man that was made the foul there. 8 minutes gone. 4-1 to Newcastle. Been a cakewalk, really. This is, at times, it's been really, really easy for us today. Ball's played forward now. Janelt, there's Ethan Pinnock nods it away. Janelt has it now. Janelt clears it to no one in particular, I don't think. Just come off a Newcastle boot. Goes for throw-in. Sean Longstaff again covered. He's had a great game again, Sean Longstaff. He's making his place. When John Joe gets back fit and ready to play, he's not going to walk back in the team. Anyway, Brentford do try and come back now. Ball down the line. It's going to be cut out nicely. It's now with Alison Maximan. Maxi goes at one, goes past one. Plays a lovely ball there for Joe Linton down offside. Can Joe Linton keep it in? Joe Linton crosses. Oh, Ethan Pinnock's compounded an awful performance with the most pathetic own goal. He's volleyed it in from the corner of the 6-yard box past the hapless David Raya. God, he's shit. Ethan Pinnock. Fucking hell. Wouldn't pick him for the dog and duck reserves. Crikey O'Reilly. 5-1 Newcastle. And a joke goal there. Ethan Penis. Awful. Awful. Great ball from Maxi, though, to Joe Linton. The cross was a good one. He was looking for Chris Wood in the middle, but it would have gone into the arms of David Ray easily. No shout, obviously. And Ethan Pinnock stuck out his, and can only describe his right hoof. And off his hoof, it's gone into the corner of the net. Great finish, for centre half, it's a great finish. Joe Linton's absolutely went himself laughing over the barriers. Brentford are terrible today. 90 minutes on the clock. Don't know how long we've got injury time. But Ethan Pinnock's compounded an awful performance with an own goal. He's given us the 4th one. He's now given us the 5th one too. Nice one, Ethan. Oh, dear me. Ethan must be missing an angel. Brentford are coming on the attack now. 5-1 down. Damsgaard's gone past one. It was almost tackled, but it came to Wissa. Target robbed in his own penalty area. But no, Brentford come back. Square to Jensen. Ball round the back, looking for the run of Wissa, but it's well shepherded out of play for a corner by Fabian Schär. 3 minutes of added time. And we're already a minute into it, guys. It's Newcastle United 5, Brentford 1. Brilliant performance. Brilliant day. The only sad side to it was my internet, obviously, StreamYard cut me out of it. And we missed a fantastic goal. But it's corner coming in. It's an in-swing from Damsgaard. Looking for a Brentford head. Doesn't get one. And Maxi will pick it up deep in his own half. How far is he going to go here? Gone inside one. Gone outside then now. So he's beat one. Max is going to come inside and then fell on the ball. Did well to maintain possession and played it inside for Joe Linton. Joe Linton coming forward again. Outside his boot pass here for Elliot Anderson on the right-hand side. Elliot looking for the run of target. Gets one. That's a nice little ball looking for Joe Linton. This time it's cut out. Back to Ray it goes and he clears it. More by luck than judgment, I think. But anyway, Brentford do get away with that's a foul all day long. Dear me, what a collision that was. And I think I don't know if it's Sean Longstaff, but he's hurt himself there. The collision would look a clash of heads. I think it's Longstaff. It is, yeah. He's got back up to his feet again. May have a bloody nose, but he plays on. He's a Geordie. He's tough as old nails. Up he gets and gets back into his position. 5-1. We're in the last minute of the game, guys. 92 minutes and a half have gone on the clock. Clearance is down the pitch now, looking for the run of Ivan Toney. Toney has it. Plays it inside. Back it goes to Damsgaard. Now it's Jensen. A nice ball there for Damsgaard. Damsgaard on the edge of the area. Cuts inside two. Squares it then to Mburmu. Onyeka. Now Mburmu. Trying to beat Dan Burn. Won't do that. Joe Linton's squaring up on Yeka. And a terrible ball. Maxi has it. Max is on his way. Max has gone past one. And out goes for throw-in off a Brentford foot. And that's time up. Where's the referee going to blow his final whistle? I believe he is. That's the end of the game, guys. Newcastle United 5, Brentford 1. What a performance that was. Aided and abetted by some absolutely appalling Brentford circus defending, to say the least. But 5-1. And unfortunately, we missed the Bruno goal because StreamYard kicked me out without me knowing. But still, we're back in. It's all good. And we saw the last 2 or 3 goals. Can't remember now. But 5-1 it was. Let's do some comments. There's still 651 of you in, even though I was kicked out the bloody stream. But there you go. Almost barred from my own stream. Let's go from the end of the game. Toon Dave's in the house. Excellent game today. A proper tanking for the bees at home. Well done, lads. And Barbara says, what a statement we have made today. Bring on manure. We will bash them. Rachel, fingers crossed for you, Nigel. What's with Nigel? Then let's find Nigel. Oh, he must have had a bet on. Happy days. Anthony said you had a couple of quid on a 5-0. Damn close, eh? Yeah. Blaze says, congratulations, Danielle. Yes, he predicted it right. Brilliant. 5-1. I always feel sorry for the OG. Looks sad, says Channel. He's been awful. Waits the Man United prediction. Well, that's going to be an interesting one. Toon says Ben. Julie says Danielle predicted 5-1. If I remember correctly, she did. She did indeed. Brilliant. Stu says we are the Geordies, the Geordie Boot Boys, and we are mental and we are mad. We are the loyalist football supporters the world has ever had. Indeed, we are, and we're getting some reward for it now. Finally, a year to the day, and a day since the takeover happened. When we had 14 years of not rewards, the opposite. We had it took out of us every bloody week. And now it's a different kettle of fish altogether. We're marching on to something special here. Nigel's obviously had a result with his bets, so well done to him. Ben's Black and White Army, after his Toon earlier. Actually, 8 is what a difference 2 games make. Yeah, 4-1, 5-1. I wonder who's going to dare go 6-1 next week. I wonder. It'll be 7 next week, Danielle's. Full time, yeah, game's over. What a result, says Dangling Dave. And Danielle may well go for 7 next week. We never know. Rachel says Andrew will get his 7 soon. And thanks to Rachel, actually, her phoning me. I think it was Rachel that phoned me, although my phone was on silent, alerted me to the fact I've been kicked out of StreamYard. Because if that hadn't been the case, Lord knows. But yeah, weird. My heart is tripping, says Nigel. Oh, that's fantastic. I said 3-1. Who was I kidding? Says Jock. I think I said 2-0. Crap. What a difference when we are healthy, says Blaze. Absolutely. Rungson says Toon. Edward can't wait for Danielle prediction versus Manchester United. Andrew had a 5-1 7-0 today. We even outscored Man City today. We did indeed. We did indeed. Unbelievable. Nigel wanted the whistle to go. He was panicking like crazy. I think Isaac can go home now, says Stephen. He'll enhance things, mate. Don't worry about that. Easy, says Ashley 80s. Carl says, nice one again, Billy. Cheers, mate. Again, wounded that StreamYard this week was the one that kicked me out. You know, it was weird. I'll have to watch back that bit. But yeah, fucking kicked out of StreamYard without even, you know. And I'm not on Facebook now, apparently. But there you go. But I'm on YouTube, which is all good. What game says Tyson? Yay, says Harambe. Goatfather says get in. Rungson says we are happy 500. V is really pleased with the win. Lots of wash hands emojis, but really it's clapping hands, isn't it? That's what I think. Andrew, 4 last week, 5 this week, next week 6, and the week after 7. Just imagine. Bring on Man United. Bring on Man U, I just read. That's funny, that. I will batter Man yours, Anthony. Paul Yea says Toon. Tyson says, thanks, Billy. Great job. Danny says, I've said, have some of that. Beautiful game, even though I missed the second half. That guy won his bet. Yeah, he did. And hopefully he's here. Brilliant job, Billy. Don't ever worry. It's weird. I didn't even know. And thank God Rachel alerted me to it because my phone's on silent, obviously. I think it was her that rang me. I saw the phone ringing and I looked and I just said I've been kicked out of StreamYard. Really strange. I'm going to have to do something different next week. I think I might have to get my tablet down and maybe watch the stream off that. But as long as I can keep it charged, we will be okay. That might be the way forward. May well be. Anyway. Yes. Nigel is officially loaded. So what bet did you have, mate? Give us a rundown of what you actually had before we go. TTUK says, well done to Nigel. Yeah, congratulations anyway, but I'd just love to know what bet you had because it sounds like you've won a lot of money, which is great. Great news. And after your generous thing today, you know, superb. Absolutely superb. Getting Eddie lads 5-1 classes, Stu. Brilliant. Making with Masters back in. He took off his other name, that Apocalyptic Workshop, and he's going to be making Masters now. 9 goals in 2 games to get in. Andrew says that's a good theory, Stu. It is, yes. Les says great result. Roll on Man United. Well, Man U next week. Let's say it for what it is. Celebrate all day, says Rungson. Ches says, well done, Rachel, and the mods. Absolutely. Mods save the day today, really. 9 goals in 2. Get in, Sandrew. Is Frank surprised now that his side got beat again? He talks big talk against Man U. Since that, every team he faces is giving him the business. Yes. Great game. What performance. What great commentary. Well done, Billy. Oh, you missed the best bit. Bruno's second goal, I went absolutely bananas and no one was here to see it. Except me and my lad in the kitchen. All hail Mystic Danielle, absolutely. I mean, that's Paul last week. Danielle this. Stato next? Won't be me, absolutely not. Blaze says, well done, lads, way to go. Wafty Cranker saying, currently Wrexham 7, Barnet 5. 2 parts of the body there, Wrexham and Barnet, isn't it? Barnet's obviously the hair in London, and Wrexham, well, sounds like another word, isn't it? Hilarious game, however, lads, it was hilarious. Some of that defending second half was absolutely shocking. Ethan Pinnock, crikey, already. Stephen Barker, thank Christ for that. I thought I had a virus. No, it was something here. Thanks, mod. So I'd have to pay to boot a Mackie button. Oh dear. Well done, Nigel, lad, says Ben. Mary says, brilliant stream. Thank you. What result, says Lewis. Ian's doing that. Ken says, thanks again, Billy, for the commentary. Very much appreciated. No problem, mate. I love doing it. Samsonite Dove says, cheers, guys. Superb game. Chesway says, well done, Billy. Anthony says, hi, cheers, man. You kept me posted. Good and proper today. How are the lads? Billy A says, well done, Billy and the mods. Thank you. Ian says, Bournemouth beat Leicester. They did their 1 down as well. Came back to win 2-1. Channel, thanks ever so much for that. £2 super chat. Well done, Newcastle United. A great performance. Very much appreciate it, Channel. Brilliant. Winnie Win says, cheers, Billy. Great win. Stephen says, come on, Tottenham. Who are Spurs playing? Brighton, aren't they? Do we go above Brighton? Charles says, why am I blocked? I never say anything to get blocked for. I wasn't aware you were, mate. Don't know, mate. I understand. Don't know. Absolutely amazing, says Colton. Next Man U. Good job, Billy. Chesray says, clapping Chanel for the kind donation. Well done, Daniel, in prediction. We won't be pressuring you to show your arse, says Rich. Big round of applause for Billy and the mod, says Blaze. Thank you very much, mate. The mod saved the day today, especially Rachel. Up the A1 says cracking result. Chesray says you're not blocked trolls now. Weird. No one wants to see that, says Danielle. Wafty Crancat, 2-9 up to 5th. Brilliant. Terry Cook says brilliant performance. Mary says mods and Billy, love heart. Brilliant. Thank you. Trolls says, Trolls thinks he was blocked. I don't know what happened there. Claps for me from Anthony. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciated. Francisco's here. Good morning, Billy and you. Like, who the hell saw this coming? Well, Danielle did. Superb. Great job as always. What a way to come. It's amazing. And this comment won't show. There we go. Ian's on his second bottle of dog. I said one for every goal. Good Lord. Glad I didn't say a bottle of wine for every goal, although I was almost there last night. Let's be honest. Robert had 5-0. Julie saying 9-1 next week. Imagine that. Francisco gets a black glove heart from Mary. 5-1. What a great win. It was Troll. Brilliant. Francisco's getting big applause there from Ches. Les says I've had 4 brown ales. Mickey top goal scorer says Mark. He is in a minute. Yeah, he's flying, isn't he? Davey B. Who will Davey B? Excellent work, Billy man. Love your commentary. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Hi, Francisco, says Rachel. Champions League, says Rungson. Who knows? You never know, dear. Well done today, Sir Billy. Thank you, Andrew. Very much appreciated. Great win and great call, Billy. Thanks, Matt. Retro Andrew says we've got the 4th best goal difference in the league. That's a good thing, also. Yeah, it is. Bring on Old Trafford away, says Ryan. Indeed. Hi, Francisco, says Julie. Relegation looming, guys. Never mind. Stephen, yeah. For who? Brentford. DCB says easy game. Oh, you've had an accumulator. Oh, my God. My God, that's where the big money comes in. Send me a message on Twitter, mate. Send me a message on Twitter. And I can kind of know how much you've won. It would be great. Great to know. Blaze is on to dive out on his band of twits. Man, you, let's go Toon. Absolutely. Paul, yeah, champions always have been, always will be. V Taylor, what a win for the anniversary. It's a great day, isn't it? The atmosphere was fantastic before the game. The flags, the surfer flag, and then the performance like that to follow it. Perfect day. And I'm glad I spent it with you lot. Magpie loves his squad. Yeah, great, aren't they? 5th place giving us nosebleeds. We're just back to our rightful place. We were actually a little bit high as our rightful place. You know, we spent virtually 93 all the way to 2004, give or take a season, in that top 4. So, yeah, it's not alien to us. We've been there lots of times before. 9 goals in 2 games. What a time to support the Toon. John is waiting for me. It went a long time. Paul says the sleeping giants are rising. We are. No review tonight. No, it's Monday night, I believe, this week. I believe we're doing it Monday night. Because all the gang got the ladies' game tomorrow. Alex won't be back in time. So tomorrow night's off limits. I think they might be doing a ladies' show tomorrow night. I'm not certain. But I think Monday night's our review show of the game. Stuart says, hats off to Bruno. Different gravy. Wasn't he fantastic today? Wasn't he fantastic today? It was absolutely superb. Francisco there with his wave to everybody. Can't stand that answer. Let's sort him out, says Jack. Stand up if you love the Toon. Yeah, absolutely. All of us, of course. Hot Paul's here, down there in the Philippines. I believe what a result today. Bring on Man United. Damn right. Damn right. Love hearts for Francisco from V. 5th at the moment on goal difference at Samsonite. We are, yeah. Just ahead of Brighton. They've got there's 2 teams with 2 games in hand over us. We've played 9, but we're only 9 off the top. So, you know, it's a good start to the season. Let's be honest about that. And the game we lost, we shouldn't have. It shouldn't have, you know, that should be another point. Yeah. So, yeah, you think take away the goals, goals we've had to allow for nothing. Who knows where we'd be anyway. Matthew Matthews is very happy. The keeper looked dodgy. Pope did look a bit dodgy. It's a bit shaky today. It wasn't his greatest performance in the Newcastle shirt for certain. Yes, I was very. I mean, the offside goal. What he was doing now, I'll never know. But yeah, wasn't his greatest today. Good job, Billy Terry. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. City 4, Newcastle 5. Amazing, says Colleen. It is amazing. Bring on the Mank, says Calvin. Absolutely. Mary saying hello to her big brother down there in the Philippines. I love being a Geordie. I love the team. I love you also, aren't they? Sunderland got hammered as well, didn't they? They got beat by Swansea, so they're down to 11th now. Yeah, so as Lee says, on the Scrum game, be a great weekend. Jim says, cracking Watchalong, Billy. Had you on during my 25-mile bike ride. Now home for fried egg sarnie and a coffee. Thanks, mate. Mate, that sounds fantastic. Enjoy your tea. Ryan says, Anthony's all I fear from Man United right now. Francisco says, the smiling Jack Rabbit scores again. Top scorer for the club. For now, he is indeed. He is indeed. He had a great game again today. Barb says, currently fifth in the table, Europe coming next season. Let's hope so. So we can maintain that kind of run of form. What a result, says Peter. Cracking result, I'm buzzing. George says, bloody hell, I can chat again. Hi, mate. I hope you're well. Andrew says, going to listen to what the pundits have to say after that. Eat humble pie, you turds. You're right. This is coming from our early hard work in the season. Yes, indeed. Nigel says, big up to Celtic, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Inter and Forest Green. Is that figures the amount you've won, mate? Christ, if that's the case, wow. If it's 27,429 you've got there, that's brilliant, mate. Oh God, I'm made up for you. That's seriously fantastic. Is there a show tonight? No, there isn't. They're all at the game apart from only me and Danny would be able to do it. So we're off tonight. I think not sure it's on tomorrow night. Just keep looking for the notification bells, but the review of this game will be Monday night. That's definite. That's as was discussed last night. Moving on, says Chris. Mary has full respect for rabbits. Now that's an interesting comment. Indeed. I bet you made your best comments when we could. I bet you were damn well I did, because I went absolutely bananas when Bruno scored. And we'll never see that again. It can't be reciprocated. But bloody StreamYard kicked me out. Weird. Never happened before. Yeah, Rachel. It was Rachel that rang. Thank God for that, Rachel, because I was none the wiser. But next time I shall keep looking to make sure. Or if I keep my that was really strange. 27k. What a result that is. Brilliant. Nigel, that's fantastic, mate. It really is. Everyone applauding Nigel and congratulating him on a fantastic win on the football today. Brilliant. Steve says, I said 6-0, right amount of goals, just not quite right. In who for? Anthony says, moving on up, moving on out, moving on up, nothing can stop me. Sounds better for us than Liz Truss, doesn't it? Much better. Yeah, and I think M people are all Arsenal supporters, so I don't think they'd have as much problem with us using it as she did, that's for certain. I hope someone's video is the wall flag display, indeed. Nigel, I'm shaking, I get my truck. I'm going to announce this on my... just going to announce this. We had a £5 super chat from Jeanette earlier in the stream also, which said, thanks, Billy. It'll make her day if I can play the guitar for her. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so £27,000 Nigel's won. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks, Jeanette, for that super chat. I'm just made up for Nigel because he's done a really good thing for me today, and for the channel, actually, which is fantastic. £27,500. Amazing result, really. Jan says next week, full team, bring it on. Yeah, we may see Maxi start next week. But Jacob Murphy, does he deserve to be dropped after that performance today? I'm not so sure. Rachel's happy for Nige. Fifth in the table, let's go. Mag says certificators. Stephen says, my tablet was like a UFO when I was cut off. Thought I had a virus. No, it's StreamYard kicked me out, mate. Had no idea. People were worried about me. But Mark says, thanks, Billy. You're a lucky charm now with the commentary and technical issues. Yeah, but to miss that goal of Bruno's second goal, pissed off. Rung Sung says 5-1. Nigel says thank you. And thank you, mate. Thank you for what you did today. It's really, really kind. Steve up to 5th now. Jimmy Jones is giving a round of applause to the West Ham supporter. Adam couldn't believe Mickey's our top scorer. Nice £1.79 super chat from Zishan. He says we were brilliant and Peterborough was shy. Yeah, but they were more like Wimbledon, weren't they? Where Peterborough came from, Lord only knows. Unbelievable. Almon Bruno and Willock with class today. Cheers, Billy. Great commentary, no problem. Applause for Zishan. Martin would like to know who won. Newcastle 5-1, mates. Stiff Gate said, why did Brentford insist on playing out for the back when they didn't say Paul Innes and James back with the high press? What the hell were they thinking? Yeah, it kind of made it make sense why they were playing long ball for most of the game. But when they did that play out for the back crap, they were awful at it. They were even worse than Forest, and they were shit at it. What result says Toon Foxy? Winnie wants to see a replay. Wes says Willock was great today again. He was, yeah, he was. Just not falling for him in the box, though, is it? 5th in a minute says Charles. We are indeed. Abdul says Bruno and Trippier were very class. They were. Close match. We just shaded it. Andy says, what Wafty Cranker did I hear? Right, that's a class name. Match day will be a pleasure tonight, and hopefully Shearer will be on, as Div Gate says. Indeed. When there's a review show, I think it's Monday night, mate. I'm pretty certain it's Monday night. All the guys are at the ladies' game tomorrow. So it can't be tomorrow night. Alex will be driving back. So I think Monday night's the night for the review. Nothing tonight. Not sure if there's anything tomorrow. If it is tomorrow, it'll be probably a ladies' game. We'll see. Something we'll get for tomorrow night. Let's smash some Manx next week, says Make Him a Master. Eddie says thanks. Much appreciated for Japan. George got blocked as well. Don't know what. No, not sure, mate. And they said 4-1 was just because we had a red card. Yeah, they did. It's amazing what a good manager can do. Show some faith, Eddie. Absolutely. Again, something going on with YouTube and StreamYard today, stopping people from commenting. I have a feeling a few pundits will have a different opinion on us now. Wes says, well done. What was the score, mate? It's 5-1 to Newcastle. Football's coming home. I'm coming to the end now. That sleeping giant woke up in his own 5th place, actually. But we get your drift. The right sentiment. What a great game, says Dwayne Dawson. Indeed, it was. It's all good. Might be StreamYard having fun too. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. 5-1 to the Toon. Murphy, Bruno, Toon. Miggy own goal. Yeah, that's the result. Great to see the passion again in the club. It's fantastic. Well, we've waited a long time for it, and it's here in abundance now, isn't it? 5th, says Andy Gray. Chris Davis, I think he's in America. I had 2-1. Well, that was for about 4 minutes. Brentford's keeper was like a 12th man for us today. Do you know what? Brentford's keeper is my reserve keeper, and I was worried about to bring him in, but I didn't. But Nick Pope was the other end, so he was shit as well, to be fair. Well, not shit, but he certainly wasn't his usual self. Ian says, well, my predictions for next week is whatever Danielle says. C Stock says, well, what a match. Ali says, big shout out to Willock. What a play. He's a great player. Had a great game. Good on you, Bill, says Matthew. Cheers, buddy. Tom Tsunami down there in South Africa says, what a day. Away, Billy Bob. Troll says, Billy Hills as well. Cheers, mate. Let's hope for a 6-0 next week. Indeed, says Steve. Mary says, Tom, the fans start seeing Newcastle in a new light now. They are now in the top 6 and are fighting for every point every week. Well said, Mary. You're right. Fitting result for our takeover anniversary, says Rochi. Congrats on the accolade to Noid. That's a fantastic result. I really am pleased for him. That's amazing bet to come up. That is 27.5k. Brilliant. Especially what he's done, as I say, what he's done for the channel and me today. Fantastic. Neil says a very poor Brentford side with lots of mistakes made by them, so don't get too excited. But a win's a win. Let's at least be honest about the game. Yeah, they were very generous, let's say, defensively, weren't they? They were fucking awful at the back. Isaac Wilson, ASM Bruno. Wow, says Rangsung. Yeah, they're all going to be there. Willock can become a great player. Matthews has been watching from Canada with me, Toon Review, mug in hand. What a morning indeed. Abu says, put respect on our name now. Lots of people kind of saying we'll buy additional players, leave the league forever. Where are you from, Matthew? What province are you in? Says Ryan, a fellow Canadian. People mentioned the ghost of Ashley and Bruce still only belong in the club. They felt like the true line of that. The Bruce who brought the future is Toon. Absolutely. Anthony's the pound and Miggy. Man City, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, and the Toon. Yeah. Rungson's got a happy girlfriend, and it looks like he's got a ring there, and then 5-1. Well done. Buzzing from one, finally getting some end product to go with the work rate. Charlie Oi 202. Anyone know what the pen was about? It's a shit law, this handball law. The ball came in, Dan Burns jumped for it, but it's gone over his head, and the chap behind him, whoever it was, can't remember who it was, headed it back. Burns like that in the air, arms up, and he's 6 foot, whatever he is, so his arm's going to be 10 foot. And the ball's hit his hand, 10 foot in the air, from about a yard away. I mean, there's no way in God's earth that's a deliberate handball, but a natural position. What the fuck does that mean? Bollocks. It's a bollocks law. Makes no sense whatsoever. Waffy said I wanted Wilson. Yeah, I think I did as well. Les says, I missed last night's show, but watch this day. You were fucking brilliant, mate. Never laughed so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Les. I enjoyed last night's show. I think we all did. It was a great show. A lot of emotion at sort of times also, but it was a great show. And Bill Foley hasn't completed his takeover at Bournemouth, subject to Premier League approval. So that's that. Yeah, another American Premier League owner. Wongson says we won. Pope and Cher seemed shaky today. It's definitely Pope. And Zaki says, how am I? I'm great, mate. 5-1. Joseph, the reason why I'm enjoying my Saturday night, yes, I'm going to go and get some dinner in a minute. I'm starving. George Ricard, what's happening to Murphy? He's a good player now. He's been superb today and last week. He was good last week too. Abu says, put respect on. Yeah, we've said that. I missed the handball. Was it a genuine pen? In today's laws, yes, but it's a bollocks law. You know, this natural position for a hand. It wasn't even a yard away from him, and it was 10 foot in the air. There's no way on God's earth he meant it. It wasn't deliberate. We've got to stop that. It's bollocks. It's bollocks. Shit law. Rachel Murphy says George Murphy has been headed. He has indeed. Yeah, it's opposite of Bruce. Now that come on the ladies tomorrow, absolutely. Angelica's here. Hope you're okay, Angelica. Hope you're bearing up with what's happened the last couple of days. Fantastic result, amazing. Hope that can put a smile on your face, darling. Yeah, absolutely. Good night, says Rungson. Good night, mate. Long may it last, George, says V. Everyone's happy about everything. Weldon says Steve. Stephen says, looking like some form of European football is on the cards. It says that will help with recruitment in January and the summer. Well, it's an important thing, isn't it? Everyone's saying hello again. I'm pleased with Murphy, especially in being a Toon fan since a kid he was. Angelica's, yeah, everyone's saying congratulations to Nigel as well. How's that, Simon Geordie? You cop one was a super goomba. We have a big match next week. Nigel B smashed it with the Aka. Why not win it next two and go third? Yeah, why not? We've got nothing to worry about. Nigel B, you lucky bastard. That's some serious dough. It's a great win. It's a great win. Really, really pleased for him. Take care and have a good Saturday, St. Charles. Indeed, that seems to be a good place to go out on. A lot of people saying congratulations to Nigel. And quite rightly so. It's a phenomenal win. How are you, Dan? Hope you're well, mate. Ib says Daniel was right. So we're at the end of the show, lads and lasses. Always a prediction next week from Thanos, who I've never seen before, but Man U 0, Newcastle 3 next week. You heard it here first. All in caps, but there you go. Fantastic stream. Thanks for sticking with me, even when StreamYard hoofed me off without me knowing. That won't happen again, I can guarantee you that. Something happens every week, though, doesn't it? It's commonplace, but as long as we smile through it, managed to miss the best goal of the game, one of the best goals I've ever seen in St James Park, from one of the best players I've ever seen in St James Park, Bruno Gomes. So, firstly, thanks to the mods, especially Rachel, who saved my bacon, because I would never have known I was out of the stream if that phone call had come on. I saw the phone ringing, I thought, wow, something's going on here, and I saw I wasn't on it. And I had to get back in the stream somehow. Amazing. And apparently I was gone for 10 minutes, but missed the best goal of the game. So thanks to Rach, thanks to all the mods, of course, who was here today. Ryan was in the house, Jez Ray. Thanks to you lot. Thanks to the super chatters. Thanks to Newcastle United for giving us a big smile on our faces. 5-1 whenever Brentford. It's been great being with you today, as always, for these watch-alongs. all I can say to you all is see you later, however that's lasting. And keep your eyes open for when we're going on next. That's important. Notification bell on, you'll know. 392, you still is with us. However that's lasting. I'll see you soon. Love you all.